Going live now. Hey guys, kumusta? We're just waiting for our co-host to come through. Hope you guys are good. Kumusta? You're gonna be with us for the next 2 hours. Kumusta sa lahat ng mga tao dyan? What's up? Hi naman kayo. Mag-hi naman kayo guys. Kumusta? What's up? Kumusta sa lahat ng mga tao dyan? What's up? Sahab 4, wait. There we go. Hope you guys are doing good. Kumusta? What's up? All right. Hi, Patty Cakes. Hi, Elmer. Hi, Jay Vidla. What's up, Jay? How are you?
What up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Hella loud. What's up, man? How are you?
Oh, is it? Shit, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Are there a good amount of folks there?
Yeah, it's like mostly DJ Mikey's family too, so like family and friends. But yeah, it's cool.
Are there a lot of cool folks there?
Yeah, it's like it's me, Joe Boss, Bazooka Joe, Allison's here, Mr. Offkey is here, Adequate's here, Aiden is here, so yeah.
Sweet, man.
And I gotta moderate from time to time.
All right, we're just waiting for everyone else to come in, so make sure you share this right now, dude. Let's share this.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hub 408.
¿Cómo estás, y'all?
Yo.
What's up?
What's up, my man?
Damn, where you at? Where you at, Jay?
Listening to old people music, dude.
Damn. And you gonna spend 2 hours with us tonight?
We'll see. It depends on how long we're here, so.
Just live stream your entire thing.
I know. Oh, so this is actually my first stream using my new phone, so.
Oh, awesome. Hey, Ab.
Huh?
How are you? We're going to be starting in just a second, guys.
Oh, first stream with my new phone.
Oh, okay. What'd you get?
Note 20 Ultra.
Oh, jeez. Alright. Gigantic ass phone.
I know, I gotta go big. I got big ass hands, so. It still looks tiny. That's what's crazy.
You do have some big ass hands. So
like the case is bigger than the phone. We'll just say that.
I don't really have anything ready to go. I don't have a topic. I don't know if you guys have any topic to talk about.
Waldo, this is what we do best.
Wing it.
Wing it.
Wing it.
And I actually was already prepared that it was just going to be me and Waldo. So I was like, oh, I get to spend time with my buddy Waldo.
I guess we could do something we haven't done yet.
What's that?
Talk about video games, right?
Oh, about video games. Yeah.
I don't know.
E3 stuff that came out recently.
By the way, did you guys catch any of the Trece?
Not yet. Is that out already? Shit,
Yes,
I
it
didn't get a
dropped last night.
notification.
All 6 episodes are out.
Oh, I should watch that later. No, I watched the first episode of Loki though.
Oh yes, Loki was good too. I had seen that. But Trece was out, and some other joint had came out also.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Jabos.
I'll have to watch that. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I almost went to the third episode of Trece, but I'm gonna wait for it tonight, and I'm just gonna finish the rest of it. So it's really good, really good stuff, guys.
What service is it on?
Netflix.
Netflix.
So yeah, it just dropped like last night or the night before. All 6 episodes are out, and it's really good.
I thought I would have gotten a notification for it or something. I guess not. Are they 30-minute episodes?
40-minute episodes. Really good art too, Ninja. I really like the art styling. The translation's pretty good. I actually been watching it in Tagalog with English subtitles.
Yeah.
So really good. Actually, the translations is pretty on point. So.
Okay.
Hey Kim, thank you so much.
Cool.
Thank you, Kim. We're just talking about Trece real quick, guys.
I'm glad that they are, that they're putting some Filipino stuff on there,
Yeah, that
Netflix would have like a big show.
And it's really it doesn't come off corny. It doesn't come off you know what I mean? It comes off really like Waldo. If I had seen this like in a live action movie, I'd probably be like, "Yo, Waldo, you have to watch this movie." You know what I mean? There's a part in there too, Waldo, where they kind of do a racing scene. So the computer graphics for the cars are really cool.
Does a TV show animation? just got turned. Jason's stream just got turned.
I know, Jason.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Kim Shin's saying she just watched episode 1. It's really good. So I've enjoyed it so far. So we're going to get started in about 3 minutes, guys. I'll be on for in just a second. Go ahead and share the stream real quick, guys. We're going to get started in 2 minutes. I'm trying to share it right now to Joffrey and to Steve.
My number. Oh, you're on the line right now? Hey, man, you gotta stream online.
Yo, Jason, you're gonna have to turn that down.
Okay.
Get on mute.
Got it.
There we go.
Oh man, that was wild.
Happy Friday,
again, this cast was pretty. This cast is pretty stacked. If you're looking at who's in the show, Trece.
Yes.
It's a pretty stacked show.
The great Lou Diamond Phillips is on the show.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people who are Filipino. A lot of people who are at least part Asian as well. So it's very it's pretty on point. Well, at least the English dub, right? At least the English dub is pretty on point when it comes to who they cast. Right? Like Shay Mitchell's like, I believe, half Filipino. Yeah. You've got like Nicole Scherzinger, Manny Jacinto, Darren Criss.
Wait, Nicole's in this?
Yeah.
Nicole's in here?
She's in Aswang. Or no.
No way.
She plays her mom who gets killed by an Aswang.
Oh, the mom. Ah, Tressa's mom.
In English.
She plays Tressa's mom.
Yeah, that's what I want to.
Yeah.
want to watch it in the Tagalog version and then the English version, so I can hear both voices,
Got you.
all the characters.
Very cool. I think you would like. I will say this, though, Ninja. The last anime that I have watched was actually an old anime, and it was from a long time ago, and that was Initial D. So it's been a long time. Or, well, I don't know.
That's been a while.
Well, no, Avatar don't count. Last Airbender, that doesn't count, does it?
Not really.
Yeah, RJ?
I mean, it can.
Wait a
I mean,
minute.
some people, so some people put it in anime, but because it's American, a lot of people don't consider it anime and just consider it an American cartoon.
Well, I will say that this is the
Animation.
first time I've watched anime in a long time. I would say, and I was very. It didn't bother me too much. Usually I kind of get bothered by. I don't really do animation that well nowadays. I'm not as interested as I might have been like back in the day. So it really will take me a lot. But I would just say that watching Tres, it's kind of like, damn, I kind of wish this was a real movie. Like, dang, like the production is so good. I bet you if this was a movie, like this would be really, really good.
Yeah.
What's up, Jason?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Not
exciting.
much, man. I'm outside.
excited to watch it. Yeah, what are you guys doing, man?
Yeah, what's the? Let us know what's going on there. You're on location. Go ahead and let us know what's going on.
Live
I
via
am on
satellite.
location, live via satellite in Millbrae, California. There is I would say, an unofficial Kumu event held by DJ Mikey. It's just a small get-together for any Northern California Kumu streamer that wants to stop by. We are at the Loft in Millbrae, California, so if you want to stop by and hang out, that's pretty much it.
How was the venue?
It's actually pretty cool. It's a lot the main, because we're doing it in the main lobby, so they have like a little lounge area, and then they have a bar, and then they have a pool table, and then they have like front desk. But it's like a lot bigger than the Loft in Milpitas, pretty much. So yeah, I mean, I would take you on a tour, but it's super loud out in there.
Now, is this officially your first real kind of Kumu meetup with other folks, Jason?
Well, no. I mean, it would have to be our, and it was official, so this is an unofficial event. The official event was the one we did, the AAPI Heritage Showcase.
Yes, of course.
That is the first public meetup with Kumu. So. But yeah.
I just happen to be doom scrolling on Twitter right now while we're talking, and I'm just like, ugh. News.
Twitter news.
I kind of avoided some of the news.
I avoided a lot of news this week. I avoided a lot of news this week because I knew that you would give me the news that I really want to hear.
No.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you guys see the trailer for a new game coming out? Just wondering.
What, Elden Scrolls?
No, Evil Dead.
Oh, Evil Dead? No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. It's actually pretty cool. It's like it is like Friday the 13th, the game.
The game?
Okay. Yeah, like it's online, but it's also kind of like Dead by Daylight, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. But you do play as characters in the Evil Dead world. You could either choose being on the good side or the bad side. So
Really?
yeah,
You
they give you
could
the
play as one
options.
of the what are those guys called?
The Deadites.
Deadites. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah, you could be a super
All right.
Deadite if you could be. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Check out it's trailer just came out. I think either today or yesterday. I forget.
All right.
Bruce
No,
Campbell
yeah,
is voice acting the entire thing. So
that's dope. Yeah, it's E3 this week, so there's a lot of
Yep.
gaming stuff coming out and a lot of trailers popping up. Like I said, Elden Scrolls is probably the one that everyone's kind of talking about.
yeah,
That's the George R.R. Martin game.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's from the guy that did Dead Souls and George R.R. Martin. So there's a lot of hype for that one right now.
And that's been
oh,
a property that's been around too, right? That game.
No. Well,
Oh,
I
this
mean,
is a
it
brand
was
new game.
announced. No, it was announced like 2 years ago, and then there was like no news from it for like since then. And now there's a set date of that. If it's supposed to come out, January 2022.
Hmm.
And yeah, the pedigree is pretty insane, right? Like Dead Souls or Dark Souls is like a
yeah.
huge property. It's a huge property, right? Super popular. You have George R. R. Martin, obviously Game of Thrones. So a lot of people are into it right now, or a lot of people are looking forward to it right now.
What's
So
up, Candu? How are you? We're just talking about E3 right now. We're gonna be talking about a whole bunch of nerdy stuff for this episode too. We'll be talking about
That's all.
Loki, talking
That's
about
all I'm saying. Is
a whole bunch of stuff.
if your frustration level and you have no patience for gaming is
What
at
up,
a high,
Rambo?
do not play this game because you will game rage for sure and
yeah,
rage quit.
What's up, Rambo?
rage
I was
quit.
gonna say, shout out to you, man. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're just talking about a bunch of nerdy stuff for the next 2 hours. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of nerdy stuff this week that
Oh
came out.
shit! You know
So
what?
there,
Actually, Rambo, if you're not doing anything right now, you can actually link up with Jay Jericho right now with a whole bunch of other Kumu users. Let him
Oh,
know,
that's
Jay, where you're at.
true. Hey, Filipino Rambo, we are actually in Millbrae, California right now at a Loft Hotel. DJ Mikey is hosting an unofficial Kumu event. So if you want to stop by, we're all down here in the lobby. I forgot the address.
Aloft Hotel Zo, right? Aloft
Yeah,
Hotel.
Aloft Hotel. Yeah,
Aloft Hotel,
Aloft
Filipino
Hotel.
Rambo. So they'll
And
be going on for
for a
maybe
while.
for a while. But if you plan on staying home, you can stay home with the Hub 408, and we're going to be talking about a
Okay.
whole bunch of nerdy stuff today. So yeah, again, like Loki, we'll be talking about Loki. We're talking a little bit about Trece. So if you've seen all of 6 episodes just dropped. So I was going to binge watch everything so I can just get it out of the way. So by the time Monday came, I could talk about it or,
Oh, it's only
whenever.
6. It's only 6 episodes.
only 6
I think for
episodes.
the first season, for the first season, 6
Damn.
episodes. But the 30-minute episodes are super action packed, and it seems long too. So it seems like, oh damn, that was 30 minutes. Like it seems pretty long. So, what's up, Mary? How are you?
Yeah, and it looks like there's like a lot of story arcs for them to cover. So if
Yup.
it does well, there'll probably be more seasons. So yeah, everybody watch it.
The one thing I went to go look for articles about it. I wanted to see if it was trending. So there was a couple of articles. There was one article that really got into the mythology of like, okay, this is kind of like an Easter egg article. Like, okay, these are the monsters they showed, or these are the backstories to the things they showed. There's this one article though that I really liked. Although, I don't know. Let me ask your opinion about it. When the author was writing about Trece, they said, the first episodes and all that stuff was really good. It seems like it's a reflection of the world that we live in today. With the political climate of cops killing people in the Philippines or whatever it is, and the inventors of the show or whatever, they were like, well, that wasn't our intent. So they kind of shied away from that instead of embracing it and like, you know what I mean?
Of course they did.
Yeah.
So
that's what happened with the new Battlefield. Exactly the same thing.
Is it good that they kind of distance themselves from, oh, we're not trying to get political? Or I kind of felt like, damn, that was kind of a bitch move. Like I would have embraced it,
Yeah. Well, so
what do you guys
here's
think?
my thought, right? Here's my thought on that. I mean, unless Jason, you want to go first, you can go first.
Oh no, go ahead.
So here's my thought on it, right? Like, and I've read articles, and this kind of pertains, like I said, to the Battlefield game that just got announced, 2042.
Gotcha.
EA just announced a new Battlefield game, right?
Okay.
Set in 2042, and it's basically takes place in some kind of it's almost like a post-apocalyptic world where climate change has kind of ravaged our planet, right? Not to the point where people are like literally like dying, but kind of what we're seeing now of people moving from place to place because the home that they used to live in has now become almost uninhabitable. There's not enough resources. Yeah, there's not enough resources, so you can't really raise a family, you can't really do anything there. So people have been migrating to other countries to try and better themselves because of climate change. So the fact that these two properties have come out and said that we're not trying to be political, we're just trying to, Battlefield said that they're just trying to be a game, right? And I guess the creators of this show are saying, oh, we're just trying to be a show, basing it off of a comic book, passing the buck basically. The problem is that you recognize these elements in our society today enough to put it into your story, right? That's the part where it kind of fails. You're not just gonna randomly throw stuff into a show just because. I mean, okay, yes, you will throw random stuff into a show because you think it's cool, but you're not gonna randomly throw like plot elements or undertones and
undertones, especially, Waldo.
Right, things that are more nuanced. You're not necessarily going to be throwing stuff like that into something because you have to plan it all out, right? You have to plan all this stuff out. You have to get people's approvals. You have to figure all this stuff out, especially like for a cartoon, for an animation. You have to storyboard everything. You have to know exactly what you're going to be putting on film, Same thing with a video game. You literally, if you're writing that story, you have to be on point on what you're going to be telling. So you're not going to just randomly say, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool. You're actually going to write out a storyline. You're actually going to write out a plot because you have to give it to someone to make it. You know what I'm saying? And turnaround time is, if you all of a sudden decide, I don't want to do this, turnaround time on that is just going to be, it's going to take too long. It's going to add to the deadline. So they knew what story they were going to tell before they even went into actually drawing it out, right? Or before programming the game. They knew what they were going to do. They knew what story they were going to do. And to all of a sudden say that we didn't intend for some of these things, it's like, no, you did. You just don't want the backlash from certain people. You're trying to toe that line of being on the fence to both sides, right? And when you do something like that, it comes off as disingenuous. Like, oh, I didn't realize that, talking about climate change was going to be a political, thing. It's like, yeah, you did. Obviously did. There's no...
And especially with, I was going to say with Trece, like a lot of the...
Whoa, that was weird. Okay, so everybody crashed.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody crashed. I was like, what? What happened?
I
Are
was
we
like, wait,
talking
why
too
is it?
much?
I know. I was like, why is it ending so fast? I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Ron's iPad died.
Okay.
Yeah.
You okay?
All right. Yeah,
Oh,
he's chatting. He's on chat right now.
okay. So case in point, I'll add on to what you guys are talking about. So, even before, animation is either drawn up or like a video game, there's a storyboard. You have to write the story,
Hmm.
and when you write
Yeah.
the story, like you said, you already know what's gonna be in either an animation, a video game,
Hmm.
or a movie or a TV show. Don't try to hide it because you already put it in the show.
Yeah.
Don't, because then you're just gonna backpedal on what you created, and then what? You're gonna rewrite the
Yeah.
entire thing.
Exactly.
You're gonna rewrite an entire
Yeah.
second season just to please people, and
Yeah.
it's like that's I mean, I don't know how to call it, but it's like you know, then what's the point of putting your stuff out, and then people's opinions are gonna make you change what you want, and that's
Hmm.
what sucks because it's
Yeah.
like it's your idea, it's your creativity.
Hmm.
Of course, you kind of want to please people, but at the same time, it's like you don't want to give up your passion, is because when you start doing that, then everything that you create is just gonna get watered down.
Yeah.
You're just gonna get beaten up, and then you're either gonna quit or you're just gonna continue like a damn robot, pretty much,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean, part of it is also the fact that the show will suffer because it becomes, like I said, it becomes disingenuous, right?
Yeah,
It becomes fake, and a lot of people, they're still relatively smart. When they watch something, they can tell that you're not being true to whatever you're trying to tell.
exactly.
It's weird. Even if you're not consciously thinking about it, you will subconsciously know that, hey, this doesn't feel right. And that's kind of what distancing yourself from this kind of a storyline will do to you. It'll kind of
I'm hella sweaty.
All good.
What's
Nice
up?
dancing with you.
Bazooka, Hayden. Hey,
Bye,
Lily.
Aiden. Nice meeting you. Have a safe drive. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside the kitchen.
That was weird.
Go ahead,
Hey
Ninja.
man,
Go ahead.
you're live. You're live on location.
I know.
But yeah,
Sorry.
but yeah, like when an artist has to compromise, you will notice, or you'll notice these inconsistencies. You'll notice how it doesn't feel right. You'll notice how certain things are just going to be like, oh, it was going to go this way, and then it does a hard 180, and then it goes another way. It's kind of like the new Star Wars trilogy, right?
Mhm.
It felt like it was going one way, and then it does a flip, and it kind of goes another way, and you're kind of like, well, that's kind of weird. It looks like you were setting all these things up, and then you go another way. Same thing with something like this, where you're bringing in these real world examples of what's going on, and then you're basically distancing yourself from that and saying, hey, no, we're just trying to tell a story. It's like, well, no, you obviously drew from real world stories. You drew from what you've
Exactly.
been seeing in the
Yeah.
news. You drew from what and these stories obviously affected you enough to put it in the first place, because you felt like you had to say something, and now that you're saying, oh no, it was just a story, it's kind of like, it's yeah, it's just kind of weird.
Like it's a
Like,
story, but it's not your story.
yeah, and
You,
someone else
you,
is telling your story.
yeah. It's like your story, and then you gave it to other people to mess with it, and you say, "Hey, fix this," and then
Hmm.
and then pretty much anything left in your story is like the the what, where did they go, and then that's it, and
Yeah,
it's like that's not what I wrote,
exactly.
and then because you're trying to cater to like you're trying to cater to your fans, but then you're catering to people that like are judging your work. It's like you shouldn't let that dictate your work. You should put your work out. If people like it, then they like it. If people don't like it, then they can go watch something else. They can go listen to other people's music. They can go watch another movie. They can read another book, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Cater to the people that that actually support your stuff. Cater to everything that you create, like for other people, like
Yeah.
like if you go to a convention, you go to Artist Alley, like that's what it is. It's like you're pretty much choosing what artist you want to go to, and you want to support whoever, right?
Mhm.
The same exact thing. So just don't let. All I'm saying is try not to let others dictate your work. Like you're put like you want your creativity to be out there, and
Yeah.
you don't want anybody diminishing your creativity and insight to the point where you don't feel like you don't want to do it anymore. And that's just the worst way to bring about it. That's what kind of sucks about it too. So
Mhm.
Well, I
yeah,
got a question for you guys. Kind of a follow-up question.
uh
Just to bring up what I had talked about earlier about them kind of shying away from that. It's funny that they're going to shy away from, hey, we're not trying to be, when some of the undertones are very much what's going on in Filipino society, the government right now, especially with corruption. And in Trece, they show a lot of corruption, like there is no story without corruption, in the settings. So for them to kind of shy away from that, I was talking to Liana, because we had watched the first couple of episodes and she had seen the same article that we were talking about, and she was like, oh, typical, they're playing it safe.
Yeah. I mean, I have
You
to
know,
wonder if part
playing
of
it
it is
safe.
the fact. I wonder if part of it is because there are. So I don't know the Filipino government that well, right? But obviously you have Rodrigo Duterte and all that kind of stuff, and what his government allegedly does to people, things like that. Could it be that the people are just kind of afraid of maybe stepping on his toes, stepping on
Yep.
his administration's
100%.
toes? Is that what's going on? I mean,
I think so.
I don't really know.
I think so. He is known to go after you if you are publicly speaking about him. He will, he will pretty much ruin your life. It's
Mm-hmm.
very much a different administration or system that they live in from what we live in. But I will
Sure.
say the administration that we had prior to the one we have now is very much aligned with the same ideology as the current president now. So when Liana is over here talking about, well, typical, they're just playing it safe, by not speaking out and stuff like that. When you don't speak out, or well, I guess when you don't, for me, something that Jason said was, we get to choose whose art we like and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But even just a little thing like that, for me, might even like, okay, I support and like what you guys do, but you're basically telling people, we're turning blind eyes, to what's going on and stuff. And so it's like, okay, well,
it kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth a little bit.
yeah, it's like, I like your shit, I like your stuff, but man, like my people are out here dying. You know what I mean? They're your people too. They're everyone's peoples too. And like, this is okay. We're turning a blind eye to it, yet it's prevalent in your work. I'm going to be watching Teresa for the next 4 episodes. It's like, well, okay. All right.
You're going to be conflicted when you're watching it. Yeah.
A little bit, Waldo. So this kind of goes back to what we were saying.
I completely understand.
And this kind of goes back to what me and Joff were joking about with last week with, oh my God, they're Filipino, gotta support. Or with, I think a lot of other cultures, we do the same too. Oh my God, they're, they're black, or oh my God, they're Mexican, we gotta support. Oh my God, they're, Filipino, we gotta support. But I'm not gonna support whack shit just because they happen to be of our race. It's like, oh, these guys are the first Asians to do this and that. But then when you go watch it and you're like, well, it wasn't even that great. And I'm like, okay, this is Hollywood.
Well, I mean, so I think that's fair, right? Like, you can still support people, but you can
Hey,
still
Artia.
say, like, here's my critiques, right? You can do both. I don't think it's a disservice, because you do want good stuff regardless, right? So the only way for people to get good is to criticize them and to voice your opinions about stuff that they made. You know, so even if it's like, oh my God, it's the first Filipino basketball player in the NBA, right? But you know, he was drafted number 1, and then he comes out and he puts up like 2 assists and 1 rebound on, average for the entire season. You're not going to be like, oh, I got to support him. It's like, no, that dude sucks, right?
Yeah, he's a bust. He's a bust.
He's a bust. Yeah, exactly. You're not going to sit there and be like, oh, no, we have to still support. It's like, I mean, okay,
Like,
you can
thank
still
you for
support him, but
representing us.
you can still say we support you. We can still say that you've made it to the NBA and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, you can still say, but yo, look at these stats that you put up. This is terrible for the amount of money that you're being paid to play this game.
Yeah,
you are actually bad.
It's a bust move. So I'm not saying, look, I mean, truthfully, I do love the show. I do love what I've been watching so far. If you guys are just joining us right now, we're talking about Trece. We're talking about Trece. So I love the show. I hope you guys check it out and watch it. I was trying to find, here we go. I was trying to find different articles to see if it was trending, but I didn't really see it trending. I did see a couple articles that were actually pretty good. So if you guys don't know your Filipino mythology, as far as the monsters and all that, the myths and the legends concerned, there are some articles out right now that's very, very good that you can go check out. Pero what we're talking about right now was just the fact that, when they were asked about if, the political undertones and corruption and underlying stuff in the story, if it was meant to be, the creators kind of shied away from that. And that's what we're talking about right now. We're also talking about kung, do you just support somebody just because of their race, or regardless if they're doing a good job or not? You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we'll be like,
I think, yeah.
I mean, a lot of times they'll be like, hey, they got second place. Oh, by the way, their thing, they're like, all right, great, cool, they got second place, but
nothing wrong with second place.
Yeah, like nothing wrong with second place, but you know what we're here to do. Let's just be realistic. Let's just be realistic.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna be realistic, you're gonna say you should judge realistically, honestly, and if someone puts out a piece of artwork that you don't like, then yeah, you can straight up say it. And if someone says something and is like, basically canceling their own like work, it's like, well, that kind of sucks. How are you supposed to take that, right? I guess part of it is also like you have to separate the art from the artist. You have to kind of take that mentality as well,
Hard to do nowadays.
Right, but usually art is pretty much whatever the viewer, the consumer, interprets it as, right? That's usually what it is. Obviously, the artist has a reason for why they put it on canvas or wax or, on tape or film. They have a reason for doing what they're doing. But when you watch it, when you consume it, when I consume it, we impart a little bit of our own lived experiences to these pieces of art. You try to relate to these characters. You try to relate to these lyrics, that kind of stuff. And it kind of becomes not the artist's view anymore. It's not the artist's vision anymore. It becomes a shared vision, right? Or it becomes a personal thing for you and me, So I think you have to also kind of look at it that way, is how do you feel when you consume this artwork? Obviously, there might be some baggage that you might have to work through it, but I feel like if you can separate the art from the artist, that's a good way to start. Obviously, if the artwork is still trash, then yeah, you're going to be like, wow, no, I'm not. that's really, really bad. Or if the artist is really trash, then you're going to be like, no, I'm not going to support him anymore. You know, uh, it's all very much based on your own personal views and what your line is and what your and just how you see things. Like if I mean, like right now, we always joke about R. Kelly, right, and or Chris Brown. How a lot of us don't consume their stuff anymore. And it's not because their songs are bad, it's because the people are bad, And it kind of just taints all of that stuff. Like part of me can't watch The Usual Suspects anymore because Kevin Spacey, And it's not that Usual Suspects is a terrible movie. It's an amazing, amazing movie. Kaiser Soze is one of the most amazing characters of all time.
All time.
But it's Kevin Spacey. Or Glengarry Glen Ross, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yes.
I mean, thankfully, Kevin Spacey has a very small role. Same thing with Seven, very small role. But it's kind of tainted now, and it sucks. So, I mean, it really just depends on how you view it and how you take it. If you don't give a crap, then you don't give a crap. It doesn't matter.
By the way, my favorite Kevin Spacey movie was American Beauty. I really cannot. And that movie was really messed up to begin with.
So bad.
Yeah.
But that movie was just unintentionally funny and amazing for me. I bought that DVD. I mean, I know that movie front to back pretty well. Everyone is amazing in that movie.
No, it's a phenomenal movie, yeah.
God, what's the actress's name? Anne Bennett or
Annette Bening?
Oh, Annette Bening.
Dude,
the mom, the wife.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, a powerhouse. She is amazing in that movie. I can't even watch that movie no more, Ninja. You feel me? I cannot watch that movie.
I get you. Yeah. No,
Jay,
totally
you get me, dog.
I get you. I can't even watch Baby Driver anymore just because of that.
Oh, I love that movie too, dude. Guys, I saw that in the theater, in a small theater. I saw that in a really small theater, and I really, really enjoyed the hell out of that movie. Yeah.
But now we can't really watch it because of what's his face. I'm not going to say his name. God damn it.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah. But I do want to bring up this Battlefield thing right here. Let me tell you what the story is about. Okay. Tell me if this isn't. First of all, war is always political, right? War is always political. Right?
Of course.
So that's already out the fucking window. That you're like, oh, keep politics out of it. You're talking about war. Okay. It's a political action, right? So this is the story of Battlefield 2042. Basically, climate change has messed up the world so much that there are displaced bands of people who are immigrating to other places, right? They have no home country, basically. So they're basically call themselves no-pats or non-patrioted, meaning they have no home country. They're basically homeless. They travel to other places trying to figure out how to survive, right? What happens is what happens is once the world kind of like gets super messed up, the world tries to rebuild, and it's between the U.S. and Russia are trying to rebuild the world, and because of the rebuilding aspect, they kind of have like a Cold War kind of thing again. But instead of fighting it out, Russia versus the U.S., they field these non-patrioted people, these people who have lost their homes. They use them as their proxies to fight a war, and basically whatever's left, they give to these refugees. That is the story of Battlefield 2042. And when people are like, "Oh, thank God there's nothing political about it," it's like, holy crap! That entire backstory is insanely political, right?
Speaking of political, real quick, Ninja, I don't mean to cut you off. I want to give a shout out to my man Putin Calabao down there. Hey, yo, Calabao, I think that shit was political, Calabao, because I had you in that top slot along with Brook Reviews along with Flavor-Matics, I think y'all did the best in that hip hop karaoke. You know what I'm saying? My dude, Puting Calabao, he did the hip hop karaoke with he did the Jizza. You know what I'm saying? He did hella MCs. He did costume changes, different mask. You know what I'm saying? And he did one of my favorite songs, you know what I mean, off of Liquid Swords, which is, you know, probably one of our favorite albums here on the Hub 408.
Amazing
you know?
album, yeah.
Yes, so,
Amazing.
man, that was political. Puting Calabao, you know what I'm saying? Yes, he did For Chamber, but I'm just saying that was political, dog. Because, man, I don't want to talk crazy. I don't want to talk crazy because remember the last episode, I started going off and I started talking crazy and I had to shut it down. So shout out to my man Puting Calabao down there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, it's Asian American History Month, y'all. Or
What's up, Brooke?
what's going on? Like, what do we do out here? And we win with songs like that. It was winning with songs like that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. We're not Coolio fans. you know what I'm saying? Come on now. It's Wu-Tang over here. All right, let me stop. Let me stop. Oh, by the way, shout out to my man SM Rumor. You see him in the picture below. He did go snowboarding with Coolio.
Oh yeah, he did.
And he said it was weird. He didn't say it was a good time. He just said it was weird.
That's right.
You feel me? DAB is in the house. ¿Cómo está? Hi, how are you? Thank you guys for joining us. We're just talking about all nerdy things today. We're talking a little bit about Trece. We're talking about the new Battlefield. Not Battlefield. Is it?
Battlefield.
Battlefield 2042.
Battlefield 2042. You feel me? So we're talking a little bit just about supporting each other, or maybe not really supporting each other. I don't know. You know, there's these weird things when it comes to like, hey, support this person because they happen to be Filipino or whatever. But what happens if you go and check it out and then the shit is whack? You're like, all right, well,
then move on.
That cat, or like, hey, this is the only Asian American movie that's out right now. Do we go and support that? Like, well, I didn't really like the predecessor for that. So, you know, like, how does that relate to me? How does that relate?
Yeah.
And see, this is one thing too. Like, when you go down that route too, like, oh well, automatically you're a hater, supposedly. You know, and you're like, well, no, it's just like there's things out there that's really good that definitely needs the support, and there's other things that's like, really, you know what I mean? Like, you know what's the best Filipino thing I've seen actually in a long time besides Trece? I would say is that Yellow Rose movie. Is it Yellow Rose? That was a really good movie.
I don't know.
The one about the
I think so.
The girl that sings country music. She's a Filipina that sings country music.
Yeah, I think we brought it up. Yeah.
Great movie because you also don't have to be Filipino to relate to that. You could be Latino. You could be, you know, of other nationalities that have history of being undocumented. You know what I mean? So, copy best. Is it bad, Brooke? Is the reception bad right now, guys?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Is it good?
Yeah,
I'm good. Yes. Kasi it's your end, Brooke. You feel me? It's my internet, yes. It'll always be your internet. Ha. You feel me? Go ahead and share this live. Thank you so much, Jay Jericho, for sharing this live. He is on location today in Millbrae. Are you still on location, Jay? Let's check in with Jay. Jay.
Any updates?
Yeah, like my first soda.
You remember, it takes a minute for them to get the... Oh, hi, Bob. Yes, I am still on location at the Aloft Hotel in Millbrae, California.
You have to fight against the weather.
Yeah. but there's no wind, so I'm like,
So
You gotta be like,
hot.
Yes.
that,
Happy
hold on to my hat.
123rd Independence Day.
Independence Day. Yes.
Yes.
No money. Jeopardize.
Okay.
But also, see, I'll always, contra it, right? But also, how free were we always? Also, so yes, happy Independence Day. But also, how free, how free are we really? Lane,
And how free are you now?
and how free are you now? Like if Brooke Reviews here that just shared this live, if Brooke Reviews were just to go out and talk crazy in public, not just Kumu Brooke, but crazy in public, and also maybe crazy on maybe the administration. What if she started criticizing? I think it would be a very hard life for for Brooke Reviews. Where here, I could tell a president or a former president to suck my from the back, and nothing will happen to me.
Yeah.
And those are the freedoms that I.
Yeah, those are the freedoms that we enjoy. But there are other, things that
Consequences
we
to
are.
that.
Well,
Consequences to
sure.
that.
And we have different issues here, right?
Yeah.
The issues that other places have, and issues that we have. We have a lot of issues, but we also comparatively have a lot of luxuries that other places don't have. So I mean, I don't take that for granted, but it could always be better. And that's kind of the issue.
So I will say that shout out to the Philippines though for their school system. My son, I'm sure some of you guys are aware, but if you guys don't know, my son just graduated from his elementary school or whatever, and he's going on to high school. So he's going from 6th grade, skipping 7th and 8th grade because they don't have 7th and 8th grade. He's going on to high school. So he's going to get to work sooner. He's going to get to responsibilities and adulting sooner,
Yep.
which I love. And it'll also teach him to grow up a little bit sooner. Although my son is very mature. So, Christopher, thank you so much for the hello. I appreciate you. Make sure you guys are following Kumu USA here. Make sure you're following Jay Jericho, Ninja Iceberg, myself, Ron Solid. Make sure you follow also Kumu USA sa Instagram. _USA, and also sa Facebook, guys. May Facebook page kami for Kumu USA. Make sure you guys are adding yourselves dun rin. We need to see more people from not just California, but other places. Waldo, right? New York, Texas, Midwest,
Canada,
The Dirty South.
the Dirty South. Yes. So sa lahat ng mga tao there, let us know where you're from. We'll give you guys a shout out. Shout out to Donna LaFasa down there. Shout out to Deo. Shout out to AJ Laranas. Again, please follow Jay Jericho, myself, Ron Sara, Ninja Iceberg. We are the Hub 408. We are here every Mondays and Fridays U.S. time, Tuesdays and Saturdays para sa inyo dyan sa Pilipinas. So I hope you guys are doing good. We got a good amount of time.
So so back to, just to recap, basically what we were talking about essentially is, people who created something and, obviously, well, okay, the two things that we were talking about, Tresse, Battlefield 2042, they both had some political undertones, one more so than the other, to be fair, right? Actually, no, they're both pretty overt about their politics, right? Corruption in the Filipino government, climate change, and using, refugees to fight your wars. People who can't help themselves fight your war. These are the storylines, and the creators are kind of backing away from saying that they're political, and backtracking on the things that they put into their storylines. For me, it's like, you put in your storylines, you say it with your chest out, That's basically what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, I put it in there, so what?
Yeah, own it,
Challenge
right?
it.
Own it.
Right, yeah.
And I would have loved
That's the
that they
issue.
did.
Yeah. Yeah. Like why, just own it, Own it, lean into it. Hey, talk about how there are issues in the world and how we need to solve it. And, we're using these stories to basically illustrate what kind of issues there are in the world, because not everyone knows what kind of issues there are. Not everyone understands what's going on, You're telling a story, use it. You have a platform, use it.
Mm-hmm.
Say it with your chest out. It's also the reason why I don't like Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa bothers me because he was a Trump supporter and then he deleted all his Trump tweets. It's like, bro, you knew what you were doing.
Own it.
Say it with your chest out.
Yeah, own it. That's what I mean by like I love the fact that the undertones, the stories of like corruption. Maybe to the casual viewer, or maybe like an anime user or viewer that does not know anything about the Philippines, let's say, and they just happen to watch that. I don't know if the corruption aspect of it will ever enter their minds, but for certain Filipinos that might be in tune to what goes on, and when they see something like that, I think that's always going to touch a nerve.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe the show would have been maybe a little bit more if he had said, let's say he owned it and said, yeah, we are speaking about corruption. We are speaking about, I think that would have gotten more press and more eyes on the product instead of being what Liana said, the typical. They played it safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're playing into the stereotypes of submissive Asians again, of like, oh, okay, yeah, like, yeah, okay. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't mean it. You know what I mean? Instead of owning it and be like, yeah, we, this is what we did. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And again, maybe it's because they cannot speak out there. They don't have the freedom.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm guessing. I mean, that's kind of what happens with Chinese actors as well. They're so afraid of their government that they're kind of like, oh, we're not going to talk about certain things. We're not going to talk ill about, certain aspects of our government, yada yada yada. There are a lot of countries out there that you can't freely criticize your government the way we can. Like, for all our faults, yes, our America is super broken, but we can definitely criticize our government. Without any real without repercussions from the government. Like, if I talk shit about America and you, Ron, basically say that I'm a dumbass, that's perfectly legal. I suffer the consequences, but the government can't punish me. So.
I'm just saying, of course, historically. Hi, Allison. Shout out to Allison Joy Music down there in the box where you guys see Jay Jericho. I was gonna say, historically though, the Philippines is known for overthrowing governments and getting the right people in place too. And these are by people not being afraid to speak up and all that stuff. So, of course, guys, I'm talking about the EDSA revolution and all that stuff from back in the day and stuff. And, being a Filipino American, seeing that, as a kid, that really, that kind of shaped my future. That was big. I always talk about the assassination of Ninoy, Aquino. That's like the Filipino version of JFK happening to us. Mm-hmm. It's the biggest conspiracy ever. Who killed Ninoy, and all that stuff. So like, to see our country go through things like that, and to still have those themes, of course. And let's be realistic, corruption has been here since the dawn of time. You know what I mean? So I love the fact that they'll talk about corrupt stories in our stuff, but they also won't own up to it. That's maybe the part that I don't like.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
again, that's where we're at with that. So again, go check out Trece, guys. And also, what's the other movie that we had coming out? You said Battlefield 20.
No, it's a video game. It's a video
that's
game.
a video game.
Battlefield 2042. It's an EA video game that came out, or not came out. It was announced this week, and like I basically said, the creators kind of backed away from saying that it's a political storyline when the whole thing is insanely political. So it's just just creators backing away from certain stances because they're playing it safe. They're afraid of the backlash. They're afraid of one side saying something to basically ruin their marketing. Is pretty much what it is.
I'd rather have it when companies will go there. Like where I think it was it Red Dead Redemption? Like you kill a bunch of KKK guys.
Yeah.
An amazing piece of what a cool mission. It's not that long either. It's kind of like a 5-minute, 10-minute job, but I don't remember a time, Waldo, that I felt really good about accomplishing something like that in a video game for some reason.
Yeah.
I really felt that. Like, I think there's twice that it happens. There's 2 times that I don't know if there's a third time that it happens, but I know on 2 different occasions, 2 different types of killings, by the way, that it happens to them. But you do get to kill these KKK members, these racist white men. That's they're congregating in the woods, right?
Yeah.
They're congregating in the woods.
Yeah, I've seen the videos. Yeah.
And
quite
all of a sudden you come across them and you handle them and you take care of them. But Waldo, I never felt so good about doing something like that. And on the flip side of that, there's that really controversial part of Modern Warfare 3 from like years ago, the airport scene.
The airport scene, yeah.
Whether you gun these guys down or not. And I remember not knowing what the mission was. Like, I was like, okay, this is my first time in here. You know what I mean? And I thought you were at least supposed to gun them down. So I'm over here. Yeah. As soon as the game started, I started spraying these dudes. And I think it might have been Sir James. Shout out to Sir James because it was his device. But he's like, oh my God, what are you doing? He was like, oh my God, what are you doing, dude? He's like, oh, dude. He's like, you went there? I was like, what happened? And he's like, dude, those are innocent folks. And you were the first to spray. I was the first one, Waldo, like, brrr, you know what I mean? So, like, I did not know until after the, what the actual situation was, so on the flip side, that's another time a video game made me feel like, wow, thank you for making me feel like a piece of trash for being a full-blown terrorist, I guess.
Yeah. I think it's kind of funny that that people... I mean, it was very controversial, right? Because it was like, hey, this is stuff that actually happens, Military operations go into a place and civilians die. A lot of the people that die in these battles are not soldiers. A lot of them are the civilians. A lot of people who are non-combatants. There's actually a video game that's, I think, still coming out or
trying
to come out called 6 Days in Fallujah. Right? It's like
wow.
Right?
The Battle of Fallujah is one of the craziest. Yeah, that's one of the worst of modern day warfare, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And so they're trying to make this game, or they've made this game, and it's still trying to come out. Here's the if you want to say, if you want to talk about someone saying, "Hey, we don't want to make it political," these creators basically were like, "It's not trying to be political." It's like, bro, we're talking about a battle during the invasion of during the invasion of Iraq, and one of the worst battles where so many people were killed on both sides and non-combatants, right? How is it not? How is it not political? How is it not like controversial? It's insanity that you can sit there and be like, no, it's just a game, bro. It's like, dude, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not. The story that you're taking is not just a game. It's a real life event that had real world consequences for real people, And if you're saying like you shouldn't look to us for education, it's like, then why are you picking the story, Why would you pick this story?
That's a super sensitive. Great. Yeah, super sensitive, right? Crazy. Like how does that not? And how does that
cross
even
your mind?
Get past? Right? How does that get past development, contracts, produce? How does that get past? Right? How does that get?
Well, I mean,
are you still talking about the airport scene in Russia? I think it might have been the second. I think that was it's either the first or second Modern Warfare.
I'm gonna open up.
I don't remember. It wasn't the first one. Yeah, it wasn't the first one. I think it was the second or third one.
Yeah, it's the second one then for sure.
Oh, hold on, Grub. Sorry,
because it wasn't the first one.
Because it had Ghost and Soap in it too, or Soap McTavish. So it has to be the second one.
Yeah, you're right. It might have been that one because I don't think I played the second one.
There you go, Grub. What Russian airport scene?
Modern Warfare 2.
Grub. Oh no, we were talking about some video games real quick, but I was gonna say shout out to Grub Life, man. I was gonna say, how are you today, sir? Shout out to Joe Boss there too.
I'm good, man. My shout out to all of you, man. Shit, Hub 408, gang.
The Hub 408, yes, is in the building. I was gonna say, Grub, where are you on location at today? If you care to disclose the location.
I'm currently I just did some fine dining at Yoshinoya and 7-Eleven. It's
all right. So let's get into this real quick. Yoshinoya Bowl, correct?
Yoshinoya Bowl, yes, sir.
We don't really have too many up here in NorCal. Yes, I believe that's kind of a really LA thing. You know what I mean? Although they have some Philippines too, I believe they because I've had Yoshinoya Bowl in the Philippines. But I was going to say, what was your pickup tonight at Yoshinoya Bowl and also 7-Eleven?
My normal pickup for the past 35 years has been a large beef bowl with extra beef juice, and then my pickup at 7-Eleven is usually a vitamin water or a smart water. Yeah.
Ninja Iceberg here is a 7-Eleven connoisseur, correct?
I mean, it's been a while, but yes.
Ninja is known to stay in front of a 7-Eleven at like 3-4 in the morning. That's where he would do his original meetups. So if you needed to do a meetup with Ninja Iceberg, you would have to go to the east side of San Jose to a certain 7-Eleven. One of the most feared 7-Elevens too. A lot of bodies around that area. You know what I mean?
Yes, true.
So I was going to say,
actually, no, it's true. There have been a lot of cops there. Yeah.
A lot of bodies have been in that area. So I was going to say, Ninja Iceberg, what is your usual pickup from a 7-Eleven?
Well, at least back then, it was probably an Arizona iced tea because it was like $1.
Yes.
And it's still $1, right?
They stopped serving them, man. Or they're gonna stop serving them
anymore.
Really?
Yeah, 7-Eleven released their own tea line, so they're trying to oust.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Sad
Unfortunate.
day.
Okay.
And then, so because it was so late in the day, I don't usually get like, you know, sandwiches or nachos or anything like that. Also, they didn't really have those, right, at that time. Like a lot of times they don't have any more nachos out there. They don't have a lot of stuff at 3 in the morning. Like they're either restocking or they're just out of stock until the morning, right? So it would usually be like a hot dog or taquitos at that time, at those wee hours, is what I'd usually get at 7-Eleven. Or I would not get anything and just wait until the donut shop next door opened, and I would get donuts there and a milk.
I think
So,
you
do
are
you
now
have a rewards
speaking
card?
Grub Life's language right now of
No.
waiting for the donut shop to open up. Correct, Grub?
Yeah. No rewards
usually.
card because this was pre-rewards card. This was like maybe 15 plus years ago.
You know, there was a point
Not
where
recent.
about
Not
2
recent.
like 2 or 3 years, about 3 years ago, I made some really bad investments and I lost a lot of money before we gained it back doing the Grub Life thing, where I survived on 7-Eleven pizza from the rewards points, yo. Like I was able to get a whole pizza every day for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
From 4,000 rewards points. I had banked like almost like 400, 500,000 rewards points.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right. I got free pizza and then free Snapple and like free 7-Eleven drinks, free fountain drinks for a whole 2 weeks. I just ate 7-Eleven, man, and chips and donuts for the morning.
Oh,
Just
hell
from
yeah.
stacking it up, yeah. Yeah, 7-Eleven is. I mean, it was originally Japanese. It was originally a Japanese company. So
Did
I
not
do
know
support.
that. Okay.
Yeah, I do support
Okay.
Asian
didn't know that,
companies,
yeah.
and then it started in Japan. And yeah, I think I've always been a fan, man. I think that I would love to visit you on your East Side San Jose 7-Eleven with all the bodies. I think that would be awesome. I feel like a lot of things that you guys say is, I mean, especially Iceberg. Like I do like agree with a lot of things that you talk about, and I do appreciate a lot of things you say. So I think we would have some good, taquito conversations at the East Side San Jose 7-Eleven.
That should be
Hey,
our
that'd be
next
dope.
podcast. That should be our next podcast show. Taquito conversations.
Taquito convos and donut openings.
Yeah, where
Damn.
that's literally the name of our show, Taquito Conversations, where we talk about social issues.
Well, I
And
got a
food.
question.
Social
question
issues and
for
food.
I got a question for both of you guys then. All right, let's start off with Grub first, and then we'll get to Ninja after. What makes you stay in front of a liquor store? What makes you post up in front of a liquor store? Grub, go ahead.
Honestly, I have no idea why, man. It just feels like when in front of the liquor store or in front of a store,
Yep.
I just feel so comfortable just standing there, yo. I feel so comfortable standing there. And like I've never turned my back away from the street.
Correct.
I've always had my back against the wall, and
Yep.
there's something about it that's so accessible. Like I mean, conversation is accessible, food is accessible, snacks are accessible. That's all you really need, right? Like conversation, food, and snacks.
Yeah.
And then,
I completely
especially,
agree.
and the freaks always come out at night, so you always see some type of girl. You always have eye candy walking into 7-Eleven to get her blunt wrap, and it's like, or her pack of fucking those Colombian hooker cigarettes. Those really skinny cigarettes. What are those called? Those super skinny ones. Like there's always some hoe
Like a
trying to pick that
cigarello,
shit up.
like a cigarello or something like that.
Something weird, something super skinny and weird. It was I forgot what their Hope or some shit. I think that there's no. All right, why wouldn't you stand in front of a liquor store or 7-Eleven? Right?
I can give you 100 reasons why.
It is relatively dangerous. It is relatively dangerous.
Well, I was gonna say, Ninja, what makes you stay?
We have
stand
stopped a
in front of
robbery
liquor
before.
store? What? And you're known for this, Ninja. That's why I brought this up. But what makes you stand in front of a liquor store at three in the morning for years? For years. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, back in the day, back in those days, right?
Yes.
A lot of us would basically have nothing to do, We didn't have any jobs or anything like that. So we were basically losers. And so we would just get together and just chit chat about stuff. Even though we were hanging out the entire day, that's where we would end up at the end of the day. And we would just post up outside the 7-Eleven, and we would just chit chat about random stuff. Even though we had the entire day to chit chat about everything, we still chit chat about things.
About
What year
your
was
not
this?
day.
What year
What
was
year
this?
was this? Probably
Yeah.
2005, 2006, something like that.
Check this out. All right. Check this out. All right. So, you know me, man. I'm Mr. Fucking let's flip any conversation, right? So like, I'll find the positive in anything. All right. So, are you describing your 2005 doings, right, or happenings at 3:00 in the morning, right? We were losers. We had no jobs. We hung out all day. We chit chatted
Sure.
about nonsense, right? All right. In today's times, right? Before in 2005, before things like podcasts existed, podcasting is the highest fucking paid shit now, right? And nowadays, streaming wise, highest paid besides YouTube videos, right?
Sure.
You guys invented the real life
Yeah.
podcast.
No.
I mean, you guys
Oh,
live
no,
that
I-
life, right?
Totally
So-
agree. Totally agree. No,
Yeah.
even before the Hub 408, that's what we did. I mean, and this
Yeah,
was with
right.
other people. So
Yeah.
So,
but we did
those-
the exact same thing, and we always talked about maybe we should record our conversations, because some of the weirdest conversations come out at 3 a.m. where you're like dead tired and you have no idea what you're doing, and you're eating a taquito that's been rolling on that
Right.
roller for like 3 hours. You know.
see, some people call it loser, some people call it disgusting, some people call it weak. It's fucking innovative, bro. That is innovation.
Honestly,
That shit is amazing.
To be honest, I look back on it, and it was one of the funnest times of my life. And yes,
Right.
on the outside looking in, it really is like, okay, you're unemployed, you're living at home, you have like no real prospects, everyone's single, and you're kind of like, what is going on with us? But you know what? It was interesting. Like there was a lot of like picking each other's philosophies, weirdly. And I mean, obviously you get really deep when you're hanging out with people for that long, for so many years. You can get really deep conversations, and it's really interesting.
Right.
You really get to know someone. But you also obviously have the silly stuff, the crazy like what ifs, like, you know, the what if questions that everyone posits to everybody, you know. And
That's what's up,
and
see?
it's just interesting. There's always interesting conversations, and I think that's kind of what we wanted in our lives at that moment, was to just basically be around each other and just talk about stuff that's happened, you know. And
I'm saying,
like you said,
I
the
think
freaks
this-
come out at night.
they do, and they're wonderful.
Yeah,
I just
mean,
think that there's a billion
so many
people out there.
stories.
Like, there's a million people out there, like in the Midwest or wherever, buttfuck Egypt, that would love to be in Eastside San Jose, chilling at 7-Eleven at 3 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? With the freedom that you got, and you did that shit. You know, I never fucking dog on anyone that hangs out in front of liquor stores and 7-Elevens, yo. It's an amazing thing. I'm fucking
So,
41
like-
years old, yo, and I'm here now,
Yeah.
like in the car on
Like on the
Fumu.
on the East Coast, I think it's more. I mean, basically the same thing, but they have like a Wawa's or a Sheetz, you know, and those are gas stations, right? Kind of like, you know, gas stations with an attached convenience store. And I can imagine people doing that because their food selection in those places are amazing. Like I one time had lunch at a place called Sheetz. It's a gas station, but the food there is amazing for gas station food. I'm like, holy crap, dude! It was super good. Like you can order like a sub sandwich at 3 a.m. It's ridiculous,
That's
So I'm
dope.
pretty sure
One of the
people-
best
I'm pretty
foods
sure
I've ever
people
had
in
was
those
from a gas
places do that.
station.
right?
Yeah, man. One of
Best
my
fried
favorite
chicken?
places to eat is at a gas station. Best fried chicken, crispy crunchy.
That's fried chicken. Yeah. Mhm.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
man.
say Grub Life.
Gas stations, yo.
I was gonna bring that
There's-
up. You know, the first time
there's a
I
gas
had
station-
crispy chicken was in LA, and I did not know that they had crispy crunchy out here. But the closest
Out here,
place was that. You know what I mean, or whatever. So I remember when
I think it's like
you know,
Blossom Hill is one.
shout out to my bestie, but she was like, "Yo, let's get some crispy crunchy chicken," and I was ready to go to a spot. Did not know we're going to, just like what Grub said, the gas station. And guess what? That shit was amazing. cooked, cooked to order. It's not like the food's just sitting there. You gotta wait. You gotta wait for your food, and man, I really love crispy, crunchy chicken. And again, gas station food. It was delicious.
I want to say. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, where else in the world can you get your fried chicken, and then the drink variety that you can get other than the gas station, yo? You can get any drink you want, yo.
Hundreds.
Usually you go to a spot,
drinks.
they have 4
You
drinks.
get alcohol.
Alcoholic drinks. You can buy cigarettes at the same time. You can get your orange, you can get your apple Snapple or your Snapple apple, and then get your fried chicken at the same time. It's a wonderful thing, yo. Gas station food's the best, yo. I'll never discount that shit. It's amazing.
I was also gonna say I could very much relate to you guys of being in front of a liquor store and just posting up. I'm kind of like Grub. When I'm in my whip, I'm the type to go to the liquor store, and I'm one of those guys that will park there. Double, you know what I mean? Back to, so I see everyone's coming in the plaza or whatever, just so I can skirt out of there quick if I need to. But I'm the type that will sit there, maybe look at my lotto numbers real quick, you know what I mean? Have a couple of cigarettes, maybe outside of the car, even before, I'm posted up at the liquor store, and I always feel comfortable doing that, and I can't explain it. Grub said, "Hey, I'm 41, doing the shit. I'm the same way. I'll go post up in the east side or on the south side somewhere, and I will just hang out there. And just like Grub said, you see the freaks. Sometimes I might want to see some, not just some freaks, but I'm talking about weirdos. I might want to see some weirdos that day. You know what I mean? So definitely the liquor store is a place where you can see some weirdos. You know what I mean?
Right, it's an amazing place, man. I love the liquor store. You know that's a West Coast thing. We're the only ones that call it liquor stores.
Yeah, they call it bodegas.
They're convenience stores.
Yeah,
convenience stores.
Convenience stores, bodegas, 24-hour markets. It's weird.
Oh wait, let me ask one more question. But before, because I didn't mean to cut off Ninja earlier, but I was going to say, you guys are. Grub made fun of me because I always call the guy my friend. Hey, what's up, my friend? Thank you, my friend. Oh,
that guy, fool.
Can I get a pack of NXTs, my friend? I'm that guy. So I don't know if Jay Jericho, Ninja Iceberg, I don't know if you're that guy. Do you say that?
No, man, I don't.
I don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
So he's not your friend, basically.
No. Even if he was, you wouldn't call him my friend. I mean, like, if I see you on the block, I'll be like, "What's up, Ron, my friend?" It's not something I do, man. Like, it's
almost kind of insulting, kind of patronizing, almost. I feel because
it's kind of Tito Boya-ish.
Because he high buddies me all the time.
Yeah, and that's fine. But, yeah, and that's perfectly fine. But usually, what I do. So
I kept my friend in. That sounds demeaning.
No, that's his job. His job. His job is to buddy you, but you can't my friend back. That's like when you go to a Mexican restaurant. They're like, "Oh, good morning, señor. Hey, what's up, amigo? Let me get a burrito." And you can't do the amigo. You can't do the my friend. Fool, it's just
same thing.
It's not right, yo.
I can't hit him with the carnal. Hey, what's up, carnal? I can't hit him with
that. Dude, because this is what. Because if you go, "Hey, body," and then you go, "What's up, body?" You can't do that. Because then, like when they have that accent, it's like you can't go.
I go in there. I show them my ID all the time. I know they know my name. You know what I mean? I go in there every day. And when I come out, I don't even say something sometimes, and I will test it. I won't even say anything. Oh, buddy.
Look, his job is to make sure you're his buddy so you don't rob him at his job. That's his job is to make sure you're a buddy.
Yep.
Your job is to be a consumer and still be like, yeah, let me buy something off you, Mr. Seller or Miss Seller. And you to me is buddy or my friend. So you don't rob me, your friend.
I kept my friend him. Because I always ask, how are you? I always ask, has it been busy today? Has it been slow? You know what I mean? Like,
I think you got to come at them with like what up, OG? Because you're the one that's selling the shit to me. Like, you're the OG of the situation right now. But what up, OG? Everything good? You know that. I mean, you could be like, you can't do that, my friend, because that's personal. It's personal. You can't go personal upwards. They go personal downwards. You know?
but I'm saying it out of love, Grub.
No,
You might be saying it out of love, but the rest of us in line are hearing it out of spite. Like,
yeah,
what do you
dude.
say? They friends? Oh, that's weird. They ain't really friends.
that's
So-
not. Who are they to judge? Who are they to judge?
It's just weird, fool. It's like falling in love with the customer service person because they're nice to you, yo.
Okay, so you mean to say?
No, wait, run. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you go there often enough, do you and it's the same person every single time? Is it the
Yes.
same person every single time?
Yes.
Do you know their names?
It's two of them.
Do you know their names?
No, I don't know.
Then you are so
Okay,
not
that's it.
friends.
Yeah, that's already an issue right there. Here's the thing. Right now, when I was hanging out at 7-Eleven, usually it was one clerk that would be working there, right?
Okay.
We called him Uncle because that's what he told us to call him, is Uncle.
Oh,
Right.
got you.
And that's why we were cool, we were friends, and he would give us free stuff. Part of me was like, he's trying to keep us around to keep him safe, right? He's an older gentleman. But he knew my name, and we would call him Uncle, right? And that's why we were friends. I didn't go in there and say, hey, my friend. I said, hey, what's up, Uncle? How you doing today?
Chuck.
You know? Because that's what, you know, if you want to actually be interested in that person, I would say try and get their names and actually be friendly with them. Get to know their names. Right now, I hang out at Starbucks. I post outside of Starbucks. I moved up in the world. I post outside of Starbucks now.
Wow, dude, I'm fucking proud of you, dude. Fuck, bro. Shit, dude.
moving up
Huge.
in the world. Yeah.
Yes, that's
Moving
huge.
up in the world. But I get to
Dude.
know
That's huge,
the
man.
people making my
It's
drinks.
like working
But
at Google.
Yeah. I make it a point to get their names. You know, they make my drinks. They know my name. I should know their name. And, you know, they're not just another person. You know, I'm not going to go in there and be like, hey, my friend, you know, and be like, hey, what's up, Ray? Or, hey, what's up, Steve? You know, it's more of it's a better icebreaker. First of all, if you know each other's names, you can actually talk to them like real human beings, you know, and you actually make a connection, especially when you can call them by their name. You know, when you
So
call
I should
someone
be the bigger man.
by hey friend, hey chief.
I should be the
I'm
bigger
just saying-
man and stop saying, hey, my friend, and really get to know them, right,
Yeah.
bro?
It's
No,
not.
no,
It's
no,
not.
no,
It's
no,
not
not necessarily
bigger
the
man,
bigger
smaller
man.
man thing. It's not a bigger man thing.
It's not.
just.
I don't think it's for the sake of you or him. It's not for his sake. It's for your sake, yo.
At this point, it is.
I mean,
At this point, it is.
it's not
yeah.
about like. It's not about him actually trying to be your friend or you trying to be his friend. It's you just saying, "My friend,
But
yeah,
I do
my
want,
friend."
hey, look, I do want to be his friend, though.
But
I genuinely
if
want to be
you-
his friend.
I'll-
That's why
I'll-
I say my friend.
Yeah, but
You
it's
know what I'm
impersonal. But it's impersonal because you don't know his name. It's kind of like that guy that you
Right.
see every single day, but you don't know his name. So you go, "Hey, man. Hey, bud. What's up,
Hey,
homie?"
elevator guy, right?
Yeah, because you
Hey,
don't know his name. And
elevator
you've
guy.
never asked his name. Yeah,
Right?
and you've never asked his name. That's a very basic thing. One of the most basic things when you first meet someone for the very first time in a non-work environment is you ask them their names, right? Like if we were to meet for the first time, me and you, Ron, I'd be like, "Hey, my name's Waldo. What's your name?" You know, I wouldn't go, "Hey, my name's Waldo. What's up, buddy?" and then just leave it at that, right? That's weird. Who would
I
do that?
kind of feel like Waldo would be like, "My name, Waldo. What's your name, Ron? This has been good conversation."
at the very least.
Shout out to Last Samurai. Shout out to Last Samurai.
All
yo.
I'm saying, at the very
This
least,
has
there's a
been
bit of
good
connection.
conversation. What up, Natalie? No, but yeah, man, I think you
Look,
should have
look,
got
if
it
you're
there
trying to
because
be
like my
friends-
liquor store lady, I know Cindy, yo. Cindy's seen 3 generations of gangbangers of my homies jack her store and like do beer runs, and then she forgives them and they pay her back, and like she's seen us grow up from like normal kids to gangbangers to adults to married. So Cindy has seen me grow up, yo. So like when I see her, she'll be half asleep at the shop, be like, Cindy! She'll be like, oh shit, hey Marvin, what's going on? Like, all right, cool, you awake? I ain't trying to jack you, Cindy. You can watch me if you want to, because we've known each other for so long. I've known her for 30 years and shit.
Yeah, and that's literally the first step to being a friend. Just saying you're a friend, what does that mean? That doesn't really mean anything,
My friend.
I have no connection to that. I personally have no connection to you calling me friend or chief or buddy or pal. It's almost demeaning in a way. You know what I'm saying? Almost. Not exactly. It's still polite, but it's almost demeaning. And there's no
even
way
my
you can
Amazon
get past
delivery
that
guy,
and be
yo.
friends.
My Amazon delivery guy, Jeff, yo, he fucking knocks on my door. Yo, Marv, you come to smoke? I'm like, all right, Jeff, I'll be out there right now. And we'll come out, I'll smoke a cigarette with that fool. And then he goes back and does his deliveries, yo. But we're on a first name basis because he knows where I live, yo. He's at my door, yo. So my protection for him is like, yo, just because I'm always getting shit brought to my house, to make sure you don't rack off my ass, I'm going to know your fucking name, and I'm going to smoke a cigarette with you every day. Because you know where I stay at, you know what I buy. So like, for my protection, I can act homie with you all day, and you're going to think we're homies, but that for me, it's just like, because you know too much about me, I gotta know your fucking name now.
I mean, okay,
where you stay at, bro? Bell? You stay in Bell? All right, cool.
Fair. I mean, it doesn't have to be nefarious like that, but fair.
That's just me. I'm paranoid as fuck, yeah.
And that's fair. That's absolutely fair. All I'm saying is, if you genuinely want to be this guy's friend, get his name. Get his name, introduce yourself. That's how you become friends.
Maybe I should go up to him and be like, hey, man, I don't want to make it weird, but what's your name? Because I want to be your friend.
No, you should do it on your way out. On your way out, be like, when you grab your shit already, be like, you know what, bro? Hey, what's your name anyways? And he goes, like, oh, all right, man, I'm going to see you. And then you bounce, the next day you come back like, you know what I'm saying? Like on the way out, as usually works best, because now you're on a time crunch. You're halfway to the door. So he won't even think about it. It'll be a fast conversation.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, I mean,
nice.
I'm not
actually
really good with.
I'm
not good with making guy friends.
What's the difference?
You don't want to fuck your guy friends, yo.
That's a huge part of it.
I mean, that's fine, but if we're just talking about being friends, it really doesn't matter.
I mean, it's different with guy friends and girlfriends. I mean, this is a whole other subject. Girlfriends and guy friends are totally different, because like a friend that's a girl, she could be completely friend to you and you never thought about anything else. But if she texts you at 3 a.m, yo, if you don't tell anyone, I want to come through and say what's up. You down? Just don't tell anyone. You're gonna be like, well, fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit don't happen with guy friends. With guy friends, it'd be like, what you doing at 3? Why the fuck you hitting me up at 3 a.m? Who am I shooting?
Who am I shooting?
Why the fuck you hitting me up at 3? Fool? What happened to you?
That's fine. All I'm saying is, you still get their name first. Either way, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you got to get the name.
That's all I'm saying. That's the commonality here. Is you get their name at the very least, and then their IG. I guess I don't know how the kids do it these days.
Oh, you know what though? I am kind of proud of myself, actually. I did make a buddy, actually. And, I did actually make a friend recently. Just because I was looking for Hot Wheels. And this employee comes over, he goes, hey, man, if I had known you were looking for Hot Wheels, I would have told you that there was none anyway. I was like, oh, thanks, man. Cool. And when he comes back around, I was like, hey, man, can I ask you a question real quick? I talked to him about some Hot Wheels. And I did end up getting this young gentleman's phone number. You know what I mean? He was like, hey, yo, respect, man. Yo, peace, man. Hit me up. Yo, I'm going to text you. Blah, blah, blah.
BT Cramps, what up?
I did make a friend by doing exactly what you guys actually just talked about right now.
Salama, thank you. Yeah, you got it, man. That's dope of you, man. That's dope of you, bro.
There you go. Boom, done.
And maybe nowadays I'm just even though I know I have the means to be social, of course, I'm on Kumu. You know what I mean? I got to be social here on Kumu. But also, I'm also very antisocial though too. I get in my modes though too, where I kind of don't want to be around people. I'm like, F everyone. I just want to do my own thing. But then I know how to be social, I guess. But also in our age nowadays too, it's hard to have new friends. It's hard to even gain new friends. So besides Kumu, I've actually gained, now that I think about it, 2 new friends off of just doing the Hot Wheels thing. Like I got one guy, he doesn't call me, but he texts me every day just to give me updates. Hey, this is what I got. This is what I'm looking at. And I spend 15, 20 minutes talking to this guy. So I'm kind of actually proud of myself now. Although I do want to correct myself with what you guys are saying, that I shouldn't be calling this guy my friend or my buddy, right? Because Grub said it's kind of demeaning, I guess. And I don't mean to demean anyone.
I was saying that. I was saying that. But
I'm just saying, like,
I mean, again, not exactly demeaning.
Not trying to demean anyone. I was just, hey, I want this guy to be my friend, my buddy, because he calls me buddy.
I think demeaning is not the right word, but it's a barrier. It's definitely a barrier. Subconsciously, it's definitely a barrier.
Or maybe
it's definitely less than friend. It's less than friend for sure.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. It's so less than friend, yeah. It's like, I think you just call it just friend. Less than friend, bro.
Well, you know what? I will say a true friend does call somebody out on it. So thank you to Grub Life for calling me out on that. And that was a long time ago. So that always stuck with me. That I was like, what? How come I can't?
My bad, yeah.
No. No, this is some real shit though. So like, even
I'm not trying to pinpoint shit that you do in your life. You know what I'm saying? Just
No. It's all good. If it can better me, then cool. So then I would go into the store though, and still continue on though, Grub. I'm like, what's up, my friend?
I just hope his name isn't. I hope his real name isn't worse than my friend, yo. Like if it's a really fucked up name. And it's worse than my friend. That'd be really bad. Look, this fool came up all fucking cracked out, yo. I'm about to knock this fool out.
Oh man, Grub Life, y'all. Make sure you guys follow Grub Life.
That's the reason why you hang out in front of a convenience store, in front of a liquor store. There's a lot of weird crap going on, and a lot of times it's very interesting. I mean, there's a lot of stories. I have a lot of stories.
He just ran up on his bike right now, dropped his bike on the floor, looked at everyone, they looked at me, and I went like that to him, and he fucking went right to the store and shit. What the fuck? His bike's still on the floor, yo. I'm about to take that shit. She look like a Cannondale, yo. Is that a Cannondale?
Let's go around the room real quick. Let's go around the room real quick. I was gonna say, Grub, starting with you, what's one life lesson you've learned from hanging out in front of a liquor store?
Man, don't discount humans, yo. Like, dehumanization is a fucking big problem, and people walking over people just because they look like they're less class than you. Don't discount a person's worth, man. Because I've met homeless people where like fucking, I bought him a pizza one time. We split a pizza, and then we ate pizza every Friday until I stopped seeing him after 5 years, yo. And that dude told me everything about LA that I didn't know about pre-me.
Wow.
So yeah, liquor store caused that shit. It made me humanize someone that I didn't think I could ever feel was another equal human to me. And he was way bigger than I was as a human. Like, he's been through he's eaten so much rice in his life that I couldn't even share his bowl, yo. You know what I'm saying? His experience in life has been way bigger than mine, yo. I couldn't even hold his chopsticks, yo.
Wow. Respect.
Shout out to liquor stores.
Man, what about you, Ninja? If there's a lesson that you've learned from hanging out in front of a liquor store, what's that?
Situational awareness, I guess. Just taking notice of what's going on around you, good or bad. You know, because you never know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because you're standing out in the open. It's late at night. You just don't know what could happen. Every day could be something new could happen, and it could be a bad thing, could be a good thing. And a lot of times there are a lot of things that would pop off. You know, and it's like, how do you deal with it? How do How do you handle it? How do you not get yourself into a situation that you can't handle? You know, I mean, we weren't hanging outside there strapped or anything like that. We have no guns. You know, we have no weapons. You know, we're just a couple of people, 3 or 4 people, just hanging out outside. You know,
Guilty.
so you know, we don't. So we didn't have that kind of a luxury, but what we did have was, you know, a way to communicate with people, and kind of like going back to what Grub was saying, is like getting to know certain people, you know, and once you get to know certain people, you can diffuse the situation, you can de-escalate a situation, or you can actually like talk to somebody and get to know them a little bit more and try to help them a little bit more, you know. I guess it kind of helped in building conversation skills, I guess. Talking to a person like they're a real person instead of just a very cursory small talk kind of way, you know. And yeah, if you stand outside of a liquor store long enough, you'll pick up how to talk to people.
For real.
You're always going to be, because you're always thinking about stuff, what to say, what questions to ask. And you know, so these are a couple things that I've learned, is to always be paying attention, always be, you know, prepare yourself for whatever could happen, and just social skills. You know,
Good lessons.
Those are some of the things that I picked up.
Good lessons right there. What about you, Jay? Any lessons from hanging out in front of a liquor store?
Yeah, for me, it was just like one of the first places I learned, like, you know, trying not to judge people for who they are and what they do. It's like, because, you know, as a kid, it's like you start meeting other kids there.
Yep.
And then you end up like, you know, I was like, oh shit, now we go to the same high school.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then later on in life, it's like, oh, Dad, we played at the same basketball court, like after work. It was just like, you know, it's just like, you know, they become your, it's not like, not you're like your close friends, but they just become like friends, like on a different time, like different parts of your life where you just hang out. Either like you're playing video games at 7-Eleven, or you're going to the same high school, or you're playing ball at the same park. And then you guys are just hella cool. Like, you know, shit don't go down. You know, everybody gets along, and that's how it should be. You know, and that's one of the main reasons why it's like, you know, hanging out at 7-Eleven or at the pizza parlor, you meet all these kids, like your same ages, and then, you know, you start going to the same school in middle school, or you start going to rival middle schools, and then you become in one high school. So it's just like, you know, you just stop judging people and just being like, you know, just like a community and just hanging out. So that's one of the things I learned, hanging out in front of 7-Eleven and stuff like that. So
I was gonna say too, Jason, me, you, Ninja, Grub, we also come from a different era where they would actually have arcades in the 7-Eleven for us to play.
Yeah.
You know, and that would be a meeting spot for people, sometimes beef, sometimes, you know, I got to learn so much lessons from the liquor store. Graffiti, who wrote the graffiti. Also, that was a big thing for me. Finding out who was the actual people that was writing FAR, who was writing JBF, who was writing, and when I found out, oh, it's this guy, oh, it's this guy, it's the same guy that I'm playing Mortal Kombat, the same guy that I'm playing Street Fighter. You know, so it taught me my neighborhood. And not only that awareness that Ninja talked about, that Grub talked about, of having your back against the wall, seeing everything come in. You know, one thing that me and Grub, again, had bonded off of, I know Grub remembers this, when we talked about sitting inside a restaurant with our back against the wall, even just looking at the entrance. You know,
Aaron, my wife was talking shit about me about that. Remember the first time we met?
You know, and
Yeah.
Cops do that.
I understood. Grub understood me right away. He understood me right away. I understood him right away. You know what I mean? And it's because of lessons from being at a place like a liquor store teaches you things like that. Because when it does go down, you don't want to have your back to the door. You know what I mean? You don't want to, you know, you want to see everyone that's coming in or whoever. So those are the lessons that I've learned. And not only that, you know, we talked about having the arcades and all that stuff. I think those also kind of built good friendships just in the hood. I may not necessarily be super close with them, but I at least know and respect, like, hey, this dude's from my hood. If anything goes down, we probably got
It's
each other's
neighborly.
back.
Yeah,
It's
neighborly.
neighborly, right? So, um, great stuff, guys. Again, this is episode 83, all things included. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Make sure you guys follow Grub Life down there below. Ninja Iceberg and myself, Ron Sorrow. We got about 15 minutes left. I hope you guys are doing good. Again, this is episode 83, all things included on the Hub 408. Thank you so much to Kumu USA. Make sure that you guys are following Kumu USA on Instagram and also on our Facebook page, guys. So also, sa lahat ng mga tao dyan, kumusta kayo? Make sure na i-add nyo si Jay Jericho, si Ninja Iceberg, ako as si Grub Life. Okay, kumusta sa lahat ng mga tao there? We got about 15 minutes left. I was gonna say, Grub, how is your weekend? What is your weekend looking like this weekend?
Oh man, it's gonna be a great weekend, bro. We're having another meetup tomorrow. You know, all of us are
talk about that.
vaccinated. Yeah, we're gonna meet up with Denny Santiago at his crib. We're gonna barbecue up with Sabotage and Reddit are coming up from San Diego. Dadaism is coming down from Oxnard. I believe Jessica is coming. Jesse Savici is coming from San Diego as well. So we're all gonna meet up and just fucking queue it up and just kick it, man. Just fucking talk about Kumu.
Awesome.
You know?
Awesome.
Little post up reunion. You know?
I was gonna say, hopefully I get to see. Hopefully I get to catch some of your streams, and tomorrow if you guys happen to be streaming.
Hopefully, man. We'll see. I think we're gonna put the phones away a little bit and just fucking.
A lot of times that's what happens at these Kumu meetings. Actually, a lot of people don't want to be on Kumu when they meet up. They just kind of want to do their own thing and kind of hang out with each other, which I kind of like a lot too. You know what I mean? We don't necessarily.
Is that DJ Philly? What up, DJ Philly? Mando, Elite X, gang. What up, bro? Okay.
Nikki, Merce, also, what's good, guys? Hope you guys are doing good. What about you, Ninja? Any plans for this weekend?
Nothing really planned. Just hanging out. Nothing too wild. Nothing too crazy. Chill. I mean, it's kind of weird getting back into the swing of things in terms of, like, you know, being more out and about. Just because, again, I think we talked about it last. I don't know. I don't remember if we actually talked about it, to be honest. But, you know, just being stuck at home, social distancing for such a long time, and now that you can be out there and you can go out and hang out with other people, it's kind of weird psychologically. So I'm not planning anything. Maybe going out to eat or something like that. But yeah, nothing in terms of, like, we gotta go party or anything. You know, nothing like that. Just chill. Plus, it was a busy week for me at work, so I'm just looking to relax and just recharge before starting the week over, you know.
Awesome.
So, I know, kind of boring, but that's my life now. Just
no, but
relaxing
recharging is
I
a
can.
must. Recharging is a must.
Yeah.
So you got to recharge, even though you're at home and all that stuff. Your mental, your mental is being used more often. You know, so yeah. I was going to say, Jay Jericho, what about you? Got anything planned for the weekend?
Yeah, just like graduations, parties and stuff like that. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I do see Eugene, aka Union Pacific. He is in the Bay Area. Hopefully, I believe me and Liana are trying to get some ink done. So hopefully we can get some ink done. So that's what I got going on. By the way, Ninja brought up. Good, I know. I was going to say Ninja brought up. Not sure about being out in the world and all that stuff. For the first time in a long time, Bessie came home from work today and she was like, "Hey, let's go eat." She didn't want me to cook. I guess she was like, "Nah, don't cook. Let's go out to eat instead." We ended up at my first time. Ended up at a Golden Corral. I've only
How
seen
would you
that.
think?
I've only saw it on TV, so I was like, okay, I hope this isn't like Hometown Buffet. So,
Yeah.
Grub, let me tell you what I liked. All right, Grub, let me tell you what I liked. The pot roast was delicious. You know what I mean? The butterfly tempura shrimp was delicious. Mushrooms were delicious. Mac and cheese maybe needed a little bit of taste, a little
Really?
bit.
You would think that they'd be pretty pro at mac and cheese.
Yeah,
The
Right.
I
Golden
thought so too.
Corral.
And the fried chicken, a little bit bland, although I love the crispiness of the fried chicken. They had sliced ham. That was okay, although I don't really eat sliced ham. It was okay. I had a little bite. They did have some ribs, although I didn't want to eat some ribs because I just cooked some, yesterday. But I actually would grade it way higher than a hometown buffet, at least.
Definitely.
That's my. I don't know. I usually go to Asian buffets though, because the Asian buffet kicks butt, dude. It gives you the food you want.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Okay, you can't always sometimes you want to eat other stuff, Like I love Asian buffets too, but sometimes you do want a prime rib. I mean, nothing
And I
wrong with
was
that.
hoping I would get a prime rib tonight since it was Friday. I thought it would be prime rib night, and it wasn't. So I was like,
What?
yeah.
What?
So I was like,
You gotta go Sunday lunch. If you go Sunday lunch, it's a little full, but they got a steak guy.
wow. Okay. See that I didn't get to look at what they had
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They have a list of what they had. I didn't get to look. And by the way, I messed up because it's been a while since I hit up a buffet. I did all the things you're not supposed to do.
You carved
Filled
out.
up on garbage.
I filled up on rice and my drink automatically. I was hella thirsty. I was like, dude, I need a Coke right now, dude. I'm so thirsty. And
I'll drink gravy.
I only ended up with like 2.5 plates. So I usually get about 6 to 7 plates minimum, but I really did it bad where I only had probably about 2. So I did not get my money's worth today. But I will try again. I will. And Grub sounded excited too because he was like, "What do you think? What do you think?" So I mean, do you like Golden Corral?
I love it. I love it.
I didn't get to try the taco shells. I didn't get to try the other things. I didn't get to try it,
dude. So. Me at Golden Corral is like I loved Hometown Buffet when it was at its prime. I'm like a pig in slop, so I roll around in that shit, yo. I fucking love Golden Corral. When I go to Vegas, I don't go to these fancy buffets. I go to Circus. I just want fried chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy, cheese. Sometimes sour cream if I'm feeling spicy. But yeah, man.
Honestly, the Rio buffet is where I like to go.
I never liked it, man.
I like it because it's a variety of stuff. Because it's like a food court.
But they use the same ingredients in every single one. So if you go to the Mexican rice, it tastes like the Chinese rice, and the Chinese rice tastes like the American rice. It's all the same shit recycled, yo.
No, I know it's the same stuff. But it's kind of different.
Kind of.
I like the repackaging.
Ooh, there's a bell pepper in here. Festive. It's so exotic. Is that a mushroom? Is that a shiitake mushroom?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep. So you'd rather go to Circus, or like Silver Dollar?
I'd much rather go to Circus.
One of those.
Yeah, Silver Dollar's good. Silver Dollar's good.
Yeah, Silver Dollar.
I go to those buffets over the fucking what is that one famous one? The Caesars. I mean, yeah, whatever. Every once in a while, it's cool to have a bone marrow, but that's the only special thing I'm gonna get there. They got prime rib at Circus.
Yeah, or the Wynn or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, the Wynn's crazy. I went to the Wynn buffet once.
Buffet that's
didn't do it for me.
I think there's one brunch buffet that's only on Sundays at one of those high-end restaurants that's really fancy. I don't remember which one it was, but it's like one day, like a Sunday, and it's only at brunch.
And but do I want to spend $65? Like $65 versus, a cool $18.99 with a free drink. You know what I'm saying? Like the $18.99 is like, ooh, you guys got Earl Grey.
I mean, okay,
fancy.
Well, to be fair, I'd probably do both.
Wait, hold on. Guys, you guys prefer a Golden Corral over an Asian buffet?
No.
It really depends on the mood, yo. There's no over. I think it's
Yeah.
Sherilyn. Shout out to you. I think if I feel like eating boiled crab legs, which they usually kick me out for anyways, then Asian buffet all the way. You know, like
Yes.
if I like eating like sticky kind of semi crunchy chicken wrapped in some type of sweet batter, then the Asian buffet all day. But if I want like meats like fried like regular fried chicken without soy sauce or sesame seeds on it, then definitely the Golden Corrals, yeah.
Do you make concoctions there, or do you just eat it
Of
straight?
course, dude.
So
I make a fucking a fucking mashed potato mampinatubo, fool, with a bunch of little buried chicken wings.
Wait, so what are you building? Is it a mountain of?
I do a mountain, a volcano of mashed potatoes with gravy all over the top, sometimes cheese, and then and all the people that got buried in Mount Pinatubo, I put a bunch of little chicken wings around it. It's like, rest in peace to all the people that we lost, Mount Pinatubo, yeah. But yeah, it's delicious, man. Fucking fried chicken and mashed potatoes, yo, like that's a dream come true, man. I mean, coming from someone that, just like how we talked about Taco Bell and regular tacos,
Yes.
someone that grew up eating like fried chicken and rice, or our fried chicken is usually marinated in fucking toyo and calamansi,
Yes.
and that was our fried chicken. Someone that grew up eating all Filipino food. Well, when you see American food, you're like, that's why there's so many Mexicans in line at IHOP on Sunday mornings, yo. There's a reason for that, because it's completely different, yo. Like
It's completely different.
like they're
yeah.
We don't have to have rice in the
Totally
morning,
agree.
yo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I mean, this is what I tell people.
I love
It's like
the
first time-
realness of everything too. It's and the realness and the accuracy, Grub. It's very true. There are, especially after church, right?
After church, like,
line.
why is there a million Mexicans at IHOP, yo? Like,
The
how
line
good
is
are these
crazy.
pancakes?
Yes.
Like, why
That's
is
very
your
true.
daughter wearing a
No,
prom dress? Why is she wearing a prom dress? She's like 4 years old. At IHOP line wearing a prom dress, yo. Why she got off-shoulder prom dress? Oh, shit. Why she got the shiniest white shoes I've ever seen, and she's in the crib, yo. That's wild.
Oh my goodness, Grub.
American food, American food. I didn't really have that growing up, so yeah. Sometimes you just want to eat something different. I still don't really eat American food nowadays, right? But every once in a while, you kind of want to eat something different, and American food to me is different. It is other.
Do you remember the first time you had a fish fillet? Like, it wasn't a whole ass fish? That was weird to me.
Yeah.
And that was an American
At
buffet. I was
McDonald's.
like, salmon with no
McDonald's
head?
filet of fish.
Oh, filet of fish, huh?
McDonald's.
Now, like, I went to a
filet of fish was the first time.
buffet, and I saw like fillets of salmon, and I was just like, where the fuck is the head and the tail and the rest of the body? There's no bones? Like, there's no bones in this shit? That's weird, yo.
Or shrimp that's been deshelled.
Right?
Like what whole shrimp that don't have shells on there? What is this sorcery?
Right?
Come up, Joff. Glad he could make the
What's up,
show.
Joff?
Oh
What
shit!
up, Joff?
Oh, what's up, fair?
What's
What's
up, man?
up?
pull out gang in
poppin',
the
player?
house?
Pull out, gang.
Yeah, I had to pull out. You know what I mean? That's what I was
Did you
like.
pull out? Very good.
No,
dude.
no.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Nah.
but you came right back in. You came right back
It's like,
in.
no, I didn't. Oh my god.
You know what I do appreciate? Hey, what up, Joe Beasy? You know what I do appreciate though? I don't know if you guys have Shakey's buffet.
Look at Jason's hat
What
head,
was
by
that?
the way. Can you put that
What?
away? You have
Look,
hat hair.
It's flat.
Damn. You look like remember that movie with the puppets, the America, fuck yeah.
Yeah, Team America.
You
yeah.
look like one of those cats, yo,
I do.
with a hat hair, yeah.
Oh my god. Team
No, but-
Police and shit
but-
or whatever.
Yeah,
God.
Team America.
Team America?
Team
Yeah, do you guys
America.
remember
Team America.
fucking Shakey's buffet was amazing to me as a kid because they had Jello,
Shakey's.
pudding, and fucking the Jello, pudding, and banana chips in the same area. And that was the most wonderful
never
thing
had
I've
a
ever seen.
Shakey's. I've never had a
Yo,
Shakey's. Yeah.
you never had Shakey's?
Crazy.
No.
So you never had a Mojo potato?
No.
Crazy.
That's wild, yo.
Yo, shout out to
Yeah,
Shakey's
yeah.
because if I never took that person to Shakey's, I probably wouldn't have a kid right now. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Shout out Shakey's.
Shout out to Shakey's, dude. It worked.
Shout out Shakey's.
Dumb, bro.
It worked.
I've had a CC's. You guys have a CC's? Is there a CC's in
I've
Sacramento?
never had
I
a
thought there was one
CC's.
somewhere around there.
Yeah,
It's
there's.
usually
I've seen it on
East
TV.
Coast. It's an East Coast thing usually, but I think there is
They had
one out
one-
here.
Well, I don't know if they're still open, but it was in Saratoga, right? The
Oh,
Saratoga, like the West, like Westfield or whatever over there,
Mm,
Westgate.
okay. Yeah,
Westgate.
Westgate
That's the pizza, right? All you can eat pizza?
pizza. All you can
Yeah.
eat pizza. Yeah.
That's wild. I've only seen it on
it's
TV,
ridiculous.
yo.
Yeah,
Hey, how much
I
is
only
it,
had
though?
it. I had it once when I was out in Virginia, and it's reasonable. It's like $10-15, something like that.
Dude, for
All you can eat
real,
pizza?
dude, I'll eat
Yeah.
2 large pies by myself, dog.
You probably
That's
Mountain Mike still has that though, like all you can eat lunch.
Yeah, Mountain Mike's kind of became my round table.
substitute.
Oh yeah, Round Table too,
Yes.
right?
But round
Alternative.
table is way too expensive. It's just so expensive to eat there.
Yeah. Well, their lunch buffets are not that expensive. It's like $7.99 or something like that at a round
Yeah,
table.
yeah, yeah.
But you have to go at these
Pizza
weird
Hut
ass
used to
times.
do one too, right? Pizza Hut used to
Yeah.
have a good salad bar.
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah. But yeah, you have to go at certain times to get these all you can eats, whereas CC's is any time, right? It is literally a pizza buffet. So if at 5 o'clock in the evening you're kind of like, let's go to CC's. You go to CC's and you get all you can eat pizza. You don't have to go at lunchtime at like 2 to 4 or some shit like that. So. I mean, is the pizza good? It's all right. It's not great, but it's a pizza buffet, so you can't expect it to be amazing. It's still good, but it's not like it's not amazing. So
Shout out to you guys out there. Please follow Jay Jericho, Ninja Iceberg, Jopsimus Prime, myself, Ron Sara, and also Kumu USA. Make sure you go to the Kumu USA page on Facebook and also on Instagram. And please
is
also,
Grub coming back? Do we know?
I'm
We don't
not
know if
sure.
Grub's coming back.
I'm not sure, but I was going to say, just to kind of review what we talked about today. We talked a little bit about Joffrey. We talked a little bit about Trece. The 6 episodes dropped. You know what I mean? So
It dropped already?
yeah, it dropped already. I watched the first 2. I'm on the 3rd one right now. It's very good. I like it a lot. These guys have yet to see it, so hopefully you guys can watch it. It's only 6 episodes. And I was going to say, I'm watching it in Tagalog with English subtitles. So I'm doing it anime style. Huh, Jeff? I'm doing it anime style. And
Respect.
and the translations are pretty precise. Of course,
All right.
sometimes they're not all, but the translations are pretty precise on this one. I just wanted to hear it with the voice acting from the local scene before. I think it was Bessie. She had said I might want to do it. She wants to go through it one time with Tagalog, and then she's going to go through it another time with the English. I might just switch off, depending. But I was going to say really good stuff. We also talked a little bit. We talked about that because we got into a discussion about it because I was trying to look at articles regarding to see if it was trending or not. If people were watching it, and it's not really trending. It's not really out there. Although the articles that are out there written by Filipinos, I was hoping to find maybe an article not written by a Filipino to see their take on it or whatever. But one of the articles had talked about some of the political undertones on the show, on the story, and all that stuff. And when they had asked the creators about it, they were more like, "Hey, we're not trying to go there. We're not trying to, So then I had a discussion with Ninja about like, well, these guys obviously put this material in their stories and stuff like that. So for them to be like, well, we're not trying to be political or anything like that, it's like, well, a lot of the stuff that's in here we're speaking about corruption. We're speaking about all these things, and one of the main characters is a political figure, in there. So for them to not kind of own it, we're trying to see, what we're trying to do, Ninja. We're just trying to see our feelings, more of like,
how do you respond to something like that?
yeah, how do you respond to something like that? Like, I love Trece, I love what you guys are doing and all that stuff, but to hear you guys like, Liana brought up a point though. She had said, kind of typical. They played it safe. They didn't want to voice their opinion. They're kind of playing it safe. So that's what we're kind of discussing.
Well, they just got that money, so they didn't want to fuck it up yet.
Yeah, maybe they don't want to fuck up the bag. And well, we're trying to dissect that. It could be that. It could be, they live in a government also where you can't really be outspoken. They probably don't want to speak out. You saw what happened to the lady in that documentary, 1,000 Cuts.
Yeah.
Like, for speaking out against the president can really, really, and it wasn't just her. It was many reporters from Rappler or whatever that kind of got caught up in that whole thing too. So maybe they didn't want to speak out. So we were talking a little bit about that. Talked a little bit about the parallels between that and also the video game Battlefield 2040.
42.
42?
2042. Yeah.
They also talked about we're not trying to be political. It's like it's a political game, Joff. You know what I mean? Like,
game, your story is very political. It's very controversial.
Like, what do
you're taking a step back. You backed away
so
from it.
We were just more like, hey, we just hope these people would
just answer like, hey, it's
it is what it is, right?
Hey, take what you want. Like, it's out there, and if you pick something up from it, then I don't know. It's we don't have to explain ourselves. If you think it is, and then it is. Because they obviously they put it out there, and it's kind of redundant for them to keep answering it. If it's like, dude, we did the piece, and if you guys think it is political, then that's your interpretation of it. You don't have to.
But that's the thing; they didn't go down that way, and they were more like, "Hey, we don't." They were more watching.
Yeah.
They backed away from. They backpedaled from it.
Yeah. Instead of owning it, and so we talked a little bit about that. We talked a little bit about. We didn't get into Loki. That just dropped.
Loki.
That had just dropped too. That was I was able to watch it. I enjoyed it. I don't know if you guys saw it or if you guys enjoyed it.
I've seen it.
I have to watch it again.
Really good.
I was laughing because when I watched it, I think the second time or whatever, right? When he was watching his clip when when Thanos snapped his neck, his reaction, that was me when I saw you guys fucking in Bazooka's video.
Come on, man.
Were you like this and shit? Huh?
Yeah.
You covered your mouth.
I was teary-eyed. And then fucking I just sat and kind of like fucking thought about my life and shit.
Man, you've been doing a lot of soul searching about ever since that day, huh?
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, I knew there was a little dissension amongst the Hub 408. You know what I mean?
Because I was just laughing. I was like, "Oh shit, that's me, dog."
Come on, man.
Actually, that was both you and Waldo, huh? You guys both took away, right? Yeah. Oh my god! I was gonna say,
but it's cool. I like it. And that dude is just fucking. Tom Hiddleston is just charming motherfucker, dude.
again, it reinforced my choice of I honestly think he is the greatest, arguably. Okay, I think he's arguably the greatest MCU actor, character, or whatever. You know, like he's I don't know. He just the whole DB Cooper thing. You know, I know Ninja brought that up too.
It was pretty dope.
So badass.
Pretty
badass.
funny.
Yeah.
You know,
Because he lost a bet to
he
Thor.
lost- very cool.
It's a prank.
Very
It was
cool.
all a prank.
Yeah,
it was all a joke.
Yeah.
So dumb.
I just really enjoyed it. I love the fact that Marvel's playing with time in a way that we haven't really seen time be played with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of well, it's not weird, but it's kind of jarring because
it's freaky,
gotta remember
right?
this that and plus this is not the evolved Loki. This is still asshole Loki, like fucking just straight from Avengers. So
no, but it made me think, Joff. Like, what if there really was a time police in our world?
Real life?
In real life, like a time police, these guys would be the most powerful people ever.
No, and it's there's one scene. There is one scene where it kind of like underscores that, right? Where it's kind of like, hey, you thought you saw the most powerful shit in the Marvel universe? Nah. Here it is. I mean, we could talk about it Monday. I don't know if we want to really.
Well, I think I know what scene you're talking about. Yes, but and the realization too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of heartbreaking, right?
Yep.
Like holy shit, dude.
My entire life was about this, and now it's kind of like pointless because this shit exists.
I wanted to point this out really quick. So it's like the way I see Loki right now, it's like a white collar / Catch Me If You Can.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And that aspect of
yeah.
I'm like, oh shit! What if they turn this into Leverage where he has a team, pulling off cons? So I was like you never know. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be fun.
Time travel, like conning people and time traveling at the same time. So it's you know they could take it in any way that they want.
Well, one of the I guess the showrunner for this show is, I think, one of the people that wrote the first draft for Doctor Strange. So it's Doctor Strange 2.
It's gonna go right into that movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's setting it up already. We'll see, dude. Did Steve show up?
No.
Nah.
I don't know how many episodes there's. Oh, 6 episodes.
I think 6, right?
Yeah, 6. And they have a second season.
Oh, okay.
Second season confirmed as well.
Yeah. And they said all the episodes are like at least 50 minutes, right? Like it doesn't vary. Like
for what now? For what show?
For Loki, they said it's like solid 50 minutes at least each episode.
Yeah, something
not
like that.
Not like the 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
They seem pretty long too. I believe like the first 2 are going to be like kind of long.
You see that meme of it was that scene from Captain America Civil War. I mean Winter Soldier, where Falcon, like when Cap's lapping him, and they put Falcon as Black Widow, right? And then WandaVision comes to your left, and then Falcon and Winter Soldier on your left, and then Loki on your left. Like so. So yeah,
One of the
that was the
funniest jokes there too. I love the whole on your left shit. I was gonna say, guys, we pretty much hit our mark. I mean, we could give him another 15 if you guys wanted to, but I was gonna say, heading into this weekend, I hope you guys are doing good. Happy Independence Day to everyone out there in the Philippines. Also, I was gonna say, I know we don't really do recommendations on Fridays, but there's the movie that I saw that I have to recommend to you guys, and you guys got to watch it. It's one of those movies where, remember how we talk about movies like 21 Jump Street and Superbad, where anytime it's on, you'd watch it and you'd laugh at it and be able to enjoy it. There's this movie called The Good Boys. I think it might be on Hulu, but
Is it the three kids?
the three kids, the 12-year-old kids.
Yeah, I
Have you
haven't seen it, but I saw the first 5 minutes of it, and I just kind of like it just slipped my mind to finish it. But like,
Incredible. Like, it was like it's almost like Superbad, but 12, but like 11-year-olds,
well,
9-year-olds.
it's Seth Rogen's crew that produced it and wrote it. So
Man,
It's the two white kids and a black kid, right?
yes.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
A great movie. So I had just recently watched that. It was amazing, and it's one of those like I could probably watch this again. So I had seen that movie, and there was another movie that I saw. I had totally I forget the name of it, but it just kind of blew my mind too because I think it's also kind of based on true events. It's a Vince Vaughn movie where he is a sperm donor. And
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I've seen that already. With Kobe Smulders is the
yes.
Yeah.
But did you know that he has fathered over 500 something kids?
I know because the only thing I remember is his name that he put down on the donor paper is Starbuck.
Starbuck. So people are trying to find out who Starbuck is. Who is this donor that eventually his sperm was so good it started being passed around everywhere. He had the super sperm, and he fathered 500 something kids. And I believe this kind of takes after a true story. So I had watched both of those movies, while doing some work. Actually, I was trying to come up with a, hopefully either on the next episode or maybe the next time we're on Kumu USA. I know you guys see this box down below here, this Hub 408. I know a lot of people like to do stuff on OBS and stuff, so I'm actually going to have a running clip or sideshow that's going to be on loop. That's going to have all the flavorings of the Hub 408. For example, I'll have pictures of the Hub 408. We'll have pictures of, say, me and Ninja Iceberg at a Comic-Con, or pictures of us at the Comic-Cons, old pictures of us, and also maybe clips, pop culture clips that always get brought up. So who are the people that always get brought up? Ben Affleck. And these are like non-speaking clips. You'll just see them in passing, but you might see a Ben Affleck clip. Who else do we talk about all the time?
Denzel and Tom Hanks.
There you go, Denzel, Tom Hanks, maybe some George Michael.
Jason Statham.
There you go. Paul Walker, a little bit. Van Damme doing his dance where he got the boner. The Rock.
Kendra Spade.
Kendra Spade. There you go.
No.
Might get a clip from her. You know what I mean?
Sarah J. Sarah J.
So I'm going to say there's going to be a running clip here of like, you might see Daniel San getting kicked in the nuts by Chosen. You might
With
see
a sick ass shirt.
Denzel talking to Ethan Hawke, telling him to, with a gun to his head, to smoke it. So all these little inside jokes that we have, I'm going to have a running loop here. So I was going to say, guys, if you guys like, oh, can you put this in? It might be Manny getting knocked out. It might be Hulk Hogan dropping the leg drop on Macho Man and turning heel. It might be that one part where the special special ed kid tried to get in and they stomped on him, right, or something like that. I don't know if they stomped.
Oh, did you see the Dynamite Kid yet? Dark Side?
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. Is that out already?
Yeah.
I have his autobiography. He's a jerk anyway, so I really want to see this. Actually, I really, really want to see this and see what he talks about.
It's I mean, Dark Side's always kind of like, but it's,
They'll go there, huh?
Yeah. Because they interviewed, like, Mick Foley was there, so they interviewed Mick. Like I forgot about these names, like David's, like Spivey, like Dan Spivey or whatever, all those dudes. So yeah.
I was gonna say, guys, this has been episode 83 of the Hub 408. Please follow Jofson, Miss Prime Ninja Iceberg, Jay Jericho, and myself, Ron Sara, and also to SM Rumor. Shout out to him. Shout out to Grub Life, who had joined us earlier, too, for giving us that wonderful discussion regarding liquor stores. I really like that segment.
Yeah, liquor stores, man.
I really, really like that segment. So hopefully we can get some stuff off of that. I was going to say, guys, it's been an honor doing this episode for you guys. Thank you to Kumu USA for allowing us to do our episode. Make sure you follow Kumu USA on Facebook and also Instagram, guys. Also, I just wanted to plug real quick. Make sure you go and listen to Ugly, Q York, Flavomatics, Noah Lazarus, featuring myself, Ron Sara, aka RON. That single Ugly is now on all platforms. If you want to support me, you could also buy it from Apple Music. I believe it's only 99 cents. Go ahead and check that out. And it's also on YouTube, so if you want to check it out before you buy it, you can listen to it there. I got more music coming out. If you guys don't know, I signed to Astral Minds. So I got a project that's going to be coming out with them, which I'm super excited for. And also, you're going to hear me on a whole bunch of other people's music this summer. I very much intend on being the Buster Rhymes of Kumu. I'm going to be on everyone's remix. You know what I mean? I'm going to be on everyone's songs this summer. So that's what I got going on. So make sure you follow me. You can click on the link in my profile. It'll take you to that Spotify. It'll take you to all my music videos as well. Jay Jericho, did you want to plug your stuff right now?
2 Sundays from now, we'll be doing episode 5 of the Squared Circle.
Yee.
For the next 2 Saturdays, the Secret Sauce will be taking a break for a little bit. So next month in July, it'll be transitioning over to Wednesdays. So you'll be getting Secret Sauce with Joe Boss on Wednesdays, where high possibility of the chefs being in the kitchen and showing us demos that way. So, because Saturday, the state's opening up, it's going to be a little bit harder to get them onto the shows on Saturdays because weekends are usually their busiest days. So, the switch is going over to the Wednesdays. So, what time? Same time. So it'll be same time on Wednesdays, 5:30 p.m. California time. So it'll probably be about 8:30 in the Philippines on Thursday. So yeah, come check us. The change will happen in July. So stay tuned. More information will come.
Stay tuned for more information.
Yeah. Yeah. For more information. Or when I was doing on-site reporting, it always takes a minute for them to Hey, Ron. Yeah, we're the traffic on 101 is getting really bad. And then
Yes.
you're doing like fake helicopter noises.
Yes.
But yeah, and then small project coming up on other shows too. So stay tuned for that as well.
I believe good news. I believe we got renewed. They like what we do at the Hub 408. So they're like, can you ask the guys to give us pictures of them? So guys in your group chats right now, please send me your best updated picture. I was like, okay, cool. So hey, somebody loves the Hub 408 behind the scenes.
I don't know who.
I don't know who,
but sure.
you know what I mean?
Sure.
But somebody loves the Hub 408. They're like, we'd like to, I was like, yeah, sure, that's fine. So I was going to say, you'll be seeing more of the Hub 408 though. And Joff, what about you though? Are we ever going to see that nice fat art load of yours? Or is it Tootsie's art load?
Yeah, you can see that
Crispy
art
cream
load
pie.
with a Krispy Kreme pie. Mm-hmm. That art load, baby.
Bavarian, huh?
Mm.
Baby, huh? I like when they add baby at the end, huh? Baby. I ship baby. Like that.
Ugh.
Ugh. Right. Sorry.
I mean, you know,
Try it out, right?
it's just it's gonna be a surprise cream pie, accidental or some shit.
Shout out to Rays29. How are you, Rays? Thank you so much for coming. We're gonna be ending now though, Rays. I was gonna say
You know what I'm saying? I know you watch those clips, Ron, like accidental cream pie or whatever, or surprise cream pie.
We don't
You know
have
what
to
I'm saying? That's
we don't have to be so coarse. Hi, Levi. How are you? I was gonna say, Rays, get me back on Kumu Social TV. Rays.
Hey, I was
just joking, Rays. Just saying, they're lacking on there. They need me on Kumu Social TV. Rays, get me on. They miss me on there. Anyways, guys, my name is Rod Sar. This is episode 83, all things included. And yes, Joffrey, even the Krispy Kreme pie, it's all included in there. You know what I mean?
Donations, Pull Out Gang Foundation.
Talking about donuts. He's talking about donuts.
Yes.
And the Pog game, Pogs.
Pog, play of the game, right, Ninja?
Play the game. Play the game.
Something I learned here on Kumu. Shout out to Pog. I don't know, Pogging it. Freshen it up, right? Jay Jericho, freshen it up. We're the fresh.
I wanted to name my foundation like Zoolander's Foundation, like that. Derek Zoolander's School for that kids that can't read good or some shit like that.
Yes, because they can't read good. Guys, my name is Ron Sara. We are out of here. Thank you guys for joining us. Peace. Okay, we're finally off the air. Oh God, that was such a great show. It was. It was actually a pretty good show.
When you guys were talking about second place and third place and fifth place earlier, I was going to bring up, because we should live by the Ricky Bobby method of if you ain't first, you're last.
If you ain't first, you're last, right? And sometimes we give too much props to participation awards, right, Jason? That's all. That's all I was saying.
No participation medals or awards or anything.
No, I mean, good you participated, but I mean, like, if you ain't first, you're last, and then like when you ask, what does that all mean? And he'd be like, I don't know, Bobby, I was drunk when I said that. You know what I mean? So.
You could be second.
So what does all that mean? Nothing. It means absolutely nothing.
It means absolutely nothing. You know what it all means, though, guys? In the end,
all of it means nothing.
In the end, the only thing we have is ourselves. In the end, the only thing we have is our families, Joff. Our loved ones, Joff. My son, the people that I love, you know, my kin. That's what matters. But if you don't like your family, that's when it sucks, though. If you don't like your family, right? If you don't like your family, that's when it sucks. That's why I have you guys, and I'm.
What? I was trying not to laugh. What the hell, dude?
Turn it off.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to do a long joke for Joffrey, but I couldn't. Damn it, dude. Joffrey, I got a long joke for you on Monday. Okay, I'll see you guys.
I miss little Jimmy. I want to know what's going on in little Jimmy's life.
Oh man,
he had new adventures.
He's had a few. He's actually I had one that I got ready for this Friday, and now I forgot it because I really wanted to tell you it, but dang, I forget it now.
What, like our truth, little Jimmy?
No, remember how I did that? Or no, it was a little Johnny joke. Remember?
Little Johnny.
The
Johnny.
war one,
there you go.
where like his uncle, how little Johnny's uncle used AK-47 to gun down an entire village of men or children and women. That story.
Hey, shout out to little Johnny.
He liked
Hopefully he's safe. Safe out there wearing his mask and shit.
Yes, I'm pretty sure he is. Guys, this is the Hub 408. Make sure you follow Jay Jericho, Ninja Iceberg, Optimus Prime. My name is Ron Sara. We'll be back on Monday, Tuesday for you guys. Guys, have a great weekend. Okay.
You too.
I might live stream though this weekend, so hopefully you guys come through, and I might see you guys too. All right, so. Bye. Actually, I might do a gaming live stream. I was going to live stream the made up wrestlers I was making up, Joff. So I got some Filipino guys that are actually they're like the Filipino free birds. You know what I mean? And they dress like the rockers, but they dance like the Freebirds. You know what I mean? They're like uncles or titos and shit. You know what I mean? And like it's all from Sacramento, California, from San Jose, California, from Bakersfield, California. You know what I mean? Like there's a whole crew of titos. You know what I mean?
That's sick, dude.
Yeah, I call them the Hit Squad. They're into R&B and shit. You feel me?
They're the Hit Row. NXT has a new faction. Yeah, it's the same. They're rappers, or they're it's the Hit Row. They're like Death Row or whatever.
Oh, did not. Oh, okay. Well, I was a litll bit close with that, but these guys are Pinoy guys, and they're doing the greatest entrance ever, right, Jason? The Freebirds, dude. The Freebirds. All right, I gotta get out of here. Look at I don't want to waste Ninja's time anymore. Okay. Right? I don't want to waste his. I waste his Friday every week, dude. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.
All right.
Ingat, guys. Salamat sa lahat ng mga tao dyan. Ingat, guys. All things included. Bye-bye. Take care. Pull out, Joff. Pull it out. Pull it out.
I mean, you should be asking Jay that.
Shut up, Joff. All right.
What? Pull out?
Crazy.
Why?
That is.
What are you talking about?
Do we have a new member tonight? Pull out gang.
Nah. No new members, bro.
Wow. Okay, I should end now. Later, guys.